Show.
XM202.
Of the morning, while the city sleeps, an uncommon band of heroes unites to fight the forces of evil.
The Opie Anthony Show.
Oh, my sweet Jesus.
With Op.
I want to be known as notorious.
No.
Ack.
Everyone is always in my way.
Oh, you really are deluded.
And B-Cup.
Kind of fat-breasted and awful.
And surrounded by dullards.
Ben looks like poorly spliced film.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Whenever Steve yawns, it looks like the back of the Batmobile and it accelerates.
Pocketosis.
Eric, you're not going to cry.
Shut up.
And armed with superhuman powers.
He pulls his pants down and just starts leaking into someone's garbage can.
That's rule one.
How about if he gives you the old chin tap with his helmet?
That's all right with me.
They are living among us. Average citizens, average heroes, quietly and anonymously continuing to make the world a better place.
Controversial talkers Opie and Anthony.
We are just dicks. You better just sit back and watch.
Yeah. Wait, what?
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Did you see that jerk? Oh, my God.
I'm scared of you. I'm scared.
That's better.
I'm scared of you, sir, and I'm protecting myself. I am protecting myself. I am scared of you. Please call the police.
You're a phony! Hey, this guy's a great big phony! Hey, you're a great big phony, you know that? That's right, you're a big fat phony!
Yeah.
Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah! Yes!
He stinks, and I don't like him.
Marsha.
That old gag. I think they're doing another reunion.
No way.
Yeah, Eric was just telling me before we
Really?
hit the air.
Yeah, tonight at 10 o'clock on TV Land. It's called Still Brady After All These Years. And they rebuilt the entire house set. So the whole family's going to be there. And they have a live audience.
The whole family's going to be there? Are you sure?
They have a cardboard cutout of Mike Brady sitting on the side of the set.
No way, really?
That's what was in the promo.
What happened? I just lost complete everything.
Are you serious? Oh, God. Oh, my God. Are you kidding?
It's back, but it's crackling.
Are you serious?
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God. You know what? I'm gonna...
Hold on. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. All right.
Better?
There we go. No, you know what happened? It crackled, went completely out for like a few seconds, and then I tugged on the cord, and it came back. So something's loose in there. At any moment during the show, my headphones can completely go out.
And you will lose your effing mind.
No, I'm done losing my mind. I'm
really?
done. Yeah. They've beaten me.
See,
I'm a beaten man. I'm done getting pissed off.
Now, what's great about you getting pissed off? No one expects it from you.
Yeah, because I'm just like, Mr. Mellow guy. I don't care. But yesterday I was pissed, and now I don't care. Whatever.
I get pissed off so regularly. People are like,
he's just pissed again.
He's just pissed again.
Yeah.
I was reading some of the emails that are forwarded to like all the big wigs.
Big wigs.
And we've had problems with the studio and stuff. And one of the emails to Kevin is like, Kevin, we all know Opie will never actually be happy, but...
Oh, really?
I want to be happy.
It got you down.
Yeah, they're like, we all know, we've been listening to him for years, that I don't think anything can make him happy. But, with that said, could you please fix their equipment so they can give us good radio every day?
Fix it.
And I'm reading this like, what
I just want to be happy.
I'm happy in general in my life.
I lost my mind yesterday, and the problem has been conveyed to the proper authorities, and we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Okay,
so I've been here for a few months.
So this Brady Bunch thing is tonight?
Tonight at 10.
Oh, boy.
You were kidding about the cutout, weren't you?
They have a cutout of what? Of Mike Brady?
Of Mike Brady.
And how is it going to be used in this reunion?
That I don't know, but you see it.
What happened? What happened? Your headphones are loud?
Oh, wow. It's nothing you did. I don't think. All right, try again.
It's like Gilbert Godfrey in the Dice movie, all electrocuted, because he's grabbing his head. Did it shock you again? Do you need the spray?
Oh, I've done that.
No, it just got really loud, and now it's low, kind of.
His mic? Eric's mic?
All right, talk again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Weird.
There you go. The cardboard cutout is actually as thin as Robert Reed was at the end of his life, so they figured they would just put that in there.
You just see a quick thing during the little TV promo. There's a cardboard cutout of the young Mike Brady from like the first season.
Of course, not the AIDS-ravaged Mike Brady. Couldn't put that. They should have the cutout laying in a hospital bed with IVs running into him.
With the afro and the and that awful mustache he had at the end there.
And a close friend in a robe at bedside.
And what are they going to do with the cutout?
I don't know. I just saw it really quick in the promo. You just see the cutout, and then you see all of them lined up on the stairs, taking photos, smiling and waving at the audience.
Is the mouth cut out of the cutout?
That's got to be creepy. So they have them all on the stairs like they used to, but it's how they look today.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom of the stairs, they have a young Mike.
No. The cutout is put off to the side of the set. You see him just it's like a whole montage thing, quick clips of different shots throughout the whole special, and you just see in one quick clip there's a cardboard cutout of Mike Brady right on the side.
You know, I'm a fan of the Brady Bunch. Watched it for years growing up. I think the behind-the-scenes stuff was cool, and the book that Greg Brady put out.
Barry Williams.
He
hates being called Greg Brady in real life, you idiot.
I know.
He scolded us for that many times.
I call him Johnny Bravo then.
Right.
He, all that stuff, very fun and entertaining. But is there really anything else we need to know about the Brady Bunch that they have to get together again to show how they're deteriorating? Is that really necessary? I have an image of Marcia Brady. I want to remain like that in my head. I don't want to constantly see her year after year after year just getting older.
Older and older and older.
That's it.
We interviewed her like 10 years ago, and she was still looking really, really hot.
She looked really good. But now, oh, I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Right.
Shut up. You're Marcia. Put on the little cheerleader outfit. Put on the little bikini you wore in Hawaii.
Well, we say it a lot. Time is a bitch.
So
why would you put yourself in that situation?
For money, Opie. That's what they do it for.
Well, I'm sure that the kids, even though they're all in their 50s, I imagine at this point, they didn't get any of those residuals.
No, they didn't.
Not like today's sitcoms. Any sitcom that's on TV now, these guys will make money the rest of their lives.
Oh, hell yeah.
But back in the day, like when the Brady Bunch was doing their thing, they got paid a certain amount, and that was it.
So now they got to keep showing up.
Because I know Barry pretty well. He does okay.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have money like you think he should, being on probably the most popular sitcom of all time, if you really break it down.
He should have huge amounts of money. There should be royalties, because that's playing all around the world. At any given moment, that show is playing somewhere.
And then, what's his name? Peter Brady, I forget his, Christopher Knight, I guess?
Yeah.
Who was on that Surreal Life.
Uh-huh.
And now he's dating the young one from the show.
Get out of here.
He's like 47 and she's 22 or something like that, and they're in love, unless they've broken up since she claimed she was in love with Peter Brady. He was saying right on that show that, he made no money as well. None.
Man.
So I'm wondering if these guys are getting together and getting a nice paycheck to do this.
Yeah, they grab them all and put them together every so often, every few years, and they make money. Because you got to figure, at least Peter Brady has done stuff, and Greg has done stuff. What about the other ones that have done nothing?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen. What has Jan done? Except like the last special they had where they dragged them all together. She was talking about her painting. Oh, and I'm painting now. When you have an actress that is now all you see is her on these reunion shows talking about her painting. And Marcia is saying, oh, yes, I bought some of her paintings. Of course you have. You're the only one that would. Yeah. That's like one of those things where, please, just fade away.
Well, speaking of which, it's a known fact that I became friends with Barry through our radio show.
Barry Williams.
Good old Barry Williams. And every time he would come into New York, he'd call me or I'd call him. We'd get together for a drink or dinner or what have you. And one time
would he get Dad's station wagon or the convertible to take you out?
And he came to New York once to do that whole promotion for M&M's. I think it was about 2 summers ago. It was a whole big thing they did, and they used him and Cindy Williams. Not Cindy Williams, Jesus, Cindy Brady.
Cindy Brady.
I forget her real name in real life.
Cindy Brady.
I know.
Who cares?
Susan Olsen, right? Susan Olsen. So they're talking to like TV morning shows around the country on a satellite hookup.
Yeah.
And Barry invites me to go and check it out. So I got to hang and talk to them a little bit. And it turns out Susan Olsen, a.k.a. Cindy Brady, she doesn't even have cable. And she has like a young daughter or something that has never seen the Brady Bunch. Wherever she lives, she doesn't have cable TV.
Why? Because she doesn't want to see it?
I have no idea what that was about.
That would be kind of interesting if that's the reason. She just doesn't want to inadvertently pass by her little lisping face on television or have her kids see it.
Yeah, but you would assume, I don't know. You would assume if you were on the Brady Bunch, you'd be taking a peek all the time and make sure you have cable or something.
You kind of have no choice. I know if I'm just rallying around the channels, that damn show pops up everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're one of them, because picture being your age now, but you're just known as a little kid, and you go around the channels, and there's like your home movies on television from when you were a kid all the time. That would get pretty sickening. I know that would really get annoying after a while.
What I hate about the Brady Bunch reunion specials that they do, it's not fun anymore. It's not funny.
No.
All of a sudden,
it's tragic.
They turn it into like a drama. Like, what is going to be the big thing tonight? I'm sure there'll be some kind of tragedy.
Is it just a show where they're getting together and what are they playing clips, or is it there going to be a new plot line? Or
the promo doesn't really tell you much.
Things.
It just says, tonight on TV Land, it's like a very, still Brady after all these years. The original cast gets back together.
Okay, it's going to be one of those clip shows.
Probably, yeah.
Because
when they were doing they were still doing original plots and storylines, they decided to make a Brady Bunch what they call the dramedy.
Right.
It's the drama comedy.
Right.
And for some reason there was absolutely no comedy in these things whatsoever. It was what was it? Robert Reed was running for some office, and one of the kids, Bobby's
in a wheelchair.
Paralyzed.
Yeah, driving a race car, and he shows up in a wheelchair. It's like, what?
Someone was trying to assassinate Mr. Brady or something. I don't know what the hell was going on. It was awful.
He got trapped in a building on the Christmas episode.
That was it on the Christmas episode. One of his buildings collapsed.
And he went in there to rescue some of the workers, but he got trapped, but everyone else got out.
Like, what the hell? What happened to Tiger stealing the kitty carryall?
And why is his building collapsing?
Yeah, great job there, Mike.
You're a hell of an architect.
Maybe he wasn't feeling good that day. Maybe it was a bad day. He had the sniffles that day and kind of designed an I-beam not to carry the load like it was supposed to.
Remember at the end of that where Cindy tells Mom, remember when you sang during Christmas when you lost your voice? And they're all just singing. And then Robert Reed triumphantly comes through the building. He got out okay right before the building collapsed.
Ugh, what a moment. Yeah, they flash back to an early episode, a Christmas episode of the Brady Bunch where Mrs. Brady is singing.
His buildings are collapsing. His T-cell count is collapsing all at the same time. But I guess they're doing one of those clip shows. What happened was Carol Burnett did the clip show.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing back the old cast. They sit around on a stage and they show clips and go, remember when...
Happy Days just did it.
Well, it started with, I was going to say, it started with the Carol Burnett show. That got such huge ratings. Everyone else, their ears perked up and went, whoa, hey, there's something here. So, yeah, then they did the Happy Days one. I think they did another one. I forgot which show. And now that's what they're going to do. They're going to be just hanging out, talking about the old days and showing clips. And then they'll have a moment where they all...
Remembering Mike Brady.
Remembering Robert Reed.
Robert Reed.
It's just going to be douche chills. Get some audio of that for tomorrow's show.
Show some of the best acting that Robert Reed ever did, laying in bed and making believe he was actually a heterosexual man. Kissing Florence Henderson.
Hey, he had everyone beat.
Man, when he rolled over and went, good night, honey, and kisses Florence Henderson, you're like, oh, there he is, He's the husband, she's the wife.
He looked like a man's man.
Right.
The type of guy you want to be when you grow up, when you're just
a
skinny little kid on Long Island looking, how a husband should be.
Right. You never pictured at home he was actually biting the pillow going, oh, 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 oh.
No, but on that TV show, it looked like he took care of business.
Greg, come on down here. Yes, you could use the car for your road test. He was the dad.
Yeah.
All right, honey. Good night. Good. Mwah. Roll over and go to sleep. She's reading the book.
In his mind,
he's got a butt plug shoved up his ass during the scene. He seems like Dad.
He gives the kiss and then rolls over, and in his mind he's like, oh, God, thank God. Another night I skated. Ugh. She didn't touch me, thank God.
All right, it's time for the kiss scene.
All right.
Good night, sweetie. Mwah. Oh, I hope she didn't smell asshole on my lips.
Oh, God.
Jeez. Hope she didn't smell Ron's ass on my mustache.
Someone is saying that tonight's show is a repeat.
It is.
Chris in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Good, real good.
Basically, it was a repeat of a show that they did a couple months ago. Jenny McCarthy's hosting it, and it's not even a clip show. It's just, rehashing, Mom going out with Greg and all that kind of stuff, and who's kissing who, and, ugh.
Really?
Punch it out, guys.
All right, thank you. What, Eric?
I was just saying turn the phones down a little bit.
Yeah, everything's blasting today. Isn't everything so hot today?
Yeah.
Like it's all just bubbling, waiting to explode.
Yeah, I don't.
Isn't it? Like, I'm hearing everything. When I'm talking into this mic, it's like, uh-oh. I'm hearing it just peeking.
At this point, it's just a joke. It's just is. There's no reason to get mad anymore. It just is a complete and utter joke.
This studio is a backwoods still waiting to just blow up in our face.
We did start
this
radio show about 5 months ago, right?
Yeah.
5, 6 months. It's just a joke at this point.
Yeah.
When we first moved back to New York and started at WNEW, I think everything worked from day one.
It was old stuff in there. Occasionally a cart machine would break and they'd fix it.
And I had to break the antique phone to get my point across that we needed a real phone system for a talk show.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was like a big, huge wooden box that was used just to take 2 for Tuesday requests, and to conference callers and stuff. You had to go through a whole checklist of pushing this button, turn this down.
The phone system wasn't made up for. It was made for. That phone system actually had taken calls from contest winners for Zeppelin tickets when they were still touring.
Yeah.
That was like the last call that was made on that phone before us.
And they didn't really understand because we were the first talk show that went to this legendary radio station, WNEW, and
why do we need so many phone lines?
Right, day after day, we're telling them, we're trying to do this talk show thing, and I think we had 2 lines or something.
Yeah.
And
Carol Miller's just taking Who requests.
Finally.
Why do you need a phone system?
Unfortunately, this was when Aunt and I were doing radio in New York, and quite frankly, no one cared.
Yeah.
There were no websites. There were no message boards. There weren't people like recording the show every day and trading bits all over the world.
No.
So I don't think there's any audio that exists. But one day I just said, "Oh, all right, well, I'll get my point across." Completely destroyed the phone system, and the next day, guess what was there waiting for us?
A brand new phone system that Pete Johnson put in.
We had balls back then because we didn't even have ratings, and to make a move like that to completely destroy a piece of equipment. Most jocks would just get fired for that.
I know.
They would come in as you're doing it and just take you off the air.
There's something to be said for being at a very desperate radio station.
Yeah, I guess.
They were as desperate as we were.
Yeah.
It's like, it worked out.
We have a lot of, up-and-coming guys that ask us for advice, and the one thing I always say is know when you can take your shot.
Take your shots. It's either when you have ratings or when the station has no choice but to keep you.
Yeah.
And then you could really be an asshole.
Like I was just, I was the good jock, just playing the songs and reading the line of cards for a few years there.
Yeah.
And then I got to Buffalo and I was doing overnights, and all of a sudden I realized the PD was asleep. He had to sleep sometime, and he wasn't taping my show. So that's when I started, dare I say, getting, crazier.
Getting wacky?
It's nothing compared to what we do today, but I knew then it was time to take some chances because no one was listening to me. So, all right, why don't we take a quick break, Anthony? We're just getting warmed up. We got lots to do today. Has Jim landed?
Oh, yeah. See, he's wrong.
Jim is ahead of schedule. Be here by 7 a.m.
Wow.
Jim Norton has just landed from L.A., so he'll have some real good stories starting around 7 o'clock.
Where are you coming to Newark?
Came into Newark. He's probably tired and miserable. He did the red-eye flight. Have you ever done the red-eye flight from L.A.? It is the worst.
Years ago, I know. It is. Really stinks.
Because you just want to sleep and you can't because they're,
And they tack those hours on, so it's like really late for you,
Right.
You sit there, you try to get some sleep. You could leave at like 8 o'clock at night, and you're not here until the wee hours of the morning.
Right. And just when you're getting good sleep, then there's announcements, and then some idiot has to get up and go to the bathroom, and yeah. It is just the worst because all you want to do is sleep and you can't. What were you going to say, Ben?
No, he sounds good. He should be here soon.
Cool. All right.
He's ahead of schedule.
All right, we got that. We got, oh, wow, Steven Piercy's coming in today?
Yeah, he's great. He's got some great
stories.
Is? Yeah.
From Ratt?
Yeah, from Ratt.
Coming in?
Yes. Lead singer of Ratt. Maybe he could help us with the tribute band thing that we're starting
I wonder
up.
if he's ever seen any Ratt tributes.
Probably.
Sure there are some. I'll pop it up on a website and see if I can find any. You'd probably get a good laugh.
And then Curtis, the gay black rapper.
He's the one that Jim had talked about from Caroline's.
He's not related to Gangsta Fag.
No, he's a totally different guy.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Imagine them hooking up.
There must be a movement in the rap community.
Yeah.
Well,
this
Jim,
is the new movement. They're going to be like drive-by butt fucking in front of the radio station. Yeah, mother...
Buck.
Remember, Jim was saying like Curtis was the pioneer. Curtis was talking about this years ago, and now Gangster Fag, we gave Gangster Fag.
Just ripping him off?
Yeah.
Who, Robin?
So people at Caroline's heard that we were playing Gangster Fag. So.
I was the first one to get anally raped, Robin. I was doing ass sex before anybody. Ripping me off.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to be known as the pioneer of gay rap.
Gay rap.
Gay black rap.
Yeah. Ooh, sexy.
I mean, gay is barely accepted in the white community. I'm imagining gay in the black community is has to be even 10 times worse.
What do they call that, though? On the down low.
Oh, yeah?
On the down low. It's guys that walk around like they're straight. Black guys walk around like they're straight.
Yeah.
But they're really, on the down low, they're really gay. And they go and have their gayness, but then they go back to their chicks. And that's why a lot of, the chicks are getting the AIDS and stuff. Because they don't know if their guys are gay. Don't know what's happening over there.
You know a little bit about everything.
Hey, wasn't me that said it. I just read it somewhere. I read it. Don't be buck gunfire outside these studios.
All right. Speaking of gay and black and the Brady Bunch, I don't know.
Wow, how do you tie that all together?
Well,
it's
one of my favorites, actually, the Mike Brady thing.
Mike!
That's on the CD that was never released because the stupid lawyers nixed our follow-up to Demented World. But it's available all over the internet these days.
Mm-hmm.
It was a CD that we were going to call Cringe, and here's a little track called Mike Brady.
Mike Brady designed the Brady house,
right?
And he didn't design any backs on the stairs leading up to the kids' room. And there was a place where there was bushes under the stairs for someone to hide.
Mm-hmm.
So you thought Mr. Brady was under the stairs checking out his daughters and his sons.
I knew he was. He designed the house. Marcia! Marcia, Davy Jones is here for you. Marcia! Oh, yeah. Come on down those stairs. You hot bitch. Look at you. Yeah.
Mike!
What?
Mike!
What do you want?
Can you call Cindy down?
Cindy?
I need Cindy. Tiger ate the mail again.
Oh, Cindy. Cindy, come down, but could you wear that little Shirley Temple outfit you wore with the dress? Don't be scared. I'll be right under the stairs. I'm just under the stairs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, lisp for me. You're the dirtiest Brady of them all.
Thief, bite a thief.
You're a dirty girl, aren't you?
Thief.
Mike!
Mike! You fag hag! What?
Why are my panties stretched out, Mike?
Why are you asking me? Alice's fat ass is probably in them.
That's probably it, Mike.
Oh, well, I need Jan. Jan has to come down. My God, I have to reprimand her for not wearing her glasses. She could have killed herself. Oh, yeah, strut down those stairs. You little Brady. Yeah, you're a filthy Brady girl. Oh, stop on the stairs. Stop right there. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, Dad, can I turn your office into a room for me?
Greg?
Yeah, Dad.
Now, Greg, we're going to have to talk about this because an office is a lot of responsibility. I want you to come down here and I'll meet you in the office.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, look at that Johnny Bravo ass in those pants.
Dad, can I call you Mike?
Yeah, call me whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm going to take you to the Grand Canyon.
Really, Dad?
Yeah.
But I want to sing.
Sing into the microphone, son. All right.
That's not a microphone.
Oh.
It's winking at me. Dad, you're Jewish.
Bobby! Bobby!
Yeah, Dad?
Come on down here. We're going to play on the trampoline.
I wish I was taller.
Yeah.
I'm going to hang on the monkey bars to get taller.
You jump up and down on that trampoline. I'm looking right up your shorts leg. Yeah. Boy, that looks like a plucked chicken, doesn't it? Yeah, not a hair on there. Wow.
You forgot Peter.
Peter! Peter!
We're all out of pork chops and apple
Oh. That's okay, Peter. Come on down.
All right.
Come on down and I'll feed you sausage. That's what you want, sausage. Oh, walk down those stairs. Look at you.
You get an afro just like Dad's. I bet you have one of those Brady afros in your pants, too, don't you? Yeah. Time to change, isn't it?
Dad, Jan's yelling at me because he's using my hairbrush.
Shut up and get on the bunk bed. Oh, here comes Greg again. Those are groovy glasses, Greg. You know, you were caught smoking, but no one has to know. I won't tell Mom if you just help out old Dad.
It wasn't my jacket, Dad. It wasn't my jacket.
I don't care.
Why are you putting the jacket over my head?
Now we're going to smoke a cigar. Come here, Greg. This is a fine cigar. I call this the Pink Tip White Owl. You're going to like the draw on this one.
Hi, Mr. Brady. Is Alice home?
Hey, Sam. To come over here. Show me some meat.
All right, as long as Alice isn't home.
Okay, very good. That was...
Can we leave on an up note?
I doubt it.
It is a natural impulse to grab and squeeze the breasts.
No shit.
It's real soft, almost like pudding.
Yes. A hard piece of ass.
Quite a handful.
Yeah.
The nipples are so sensitive that a mere tweak between finger and thumb will give a perfectly good result.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
In case you didn't know.
Opie and Anthony, XM202.
All right, you're checking out the Opie and Anthony program. It's I don't know, it's 16 degrees in New York City. I opened my big fat mouth yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw Anthony out in the middle of the darkness coming to work.
The darkness.
Every once in a while we'll meet.
Yeah, the front door. That's like one of those real coincidences.
No, it's not even the front door. I got you down the sidewalk a little bit.
Oh.
And one time I scared the crap out of Anthony because Anthony's always on edge when he's walking to work.
Very on edge.
So now, like, I saw you yesterday, and you're ahead of me, and I'm like, Anthony.
Yeah,
Just so it doesn't scare you, because at one point I came up behind you, hey, dude, and you jumped and...
I know.
And Anthony rarely yells at me or raises his voice, but he's like, dude, you motherfucker, you fucking scared the shit out of me.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Audio of Anthony. Right.
That's me.
Oh, my... And, you didn't have your hood on. You weren't all bundled up yesterday.
No.
And I'm like, man, look at this, Anthony. Look at this. Spring is in the air. I said it yesterday. I'm like, I was walking in with a little fleece, nothing.
Yeah, we didn't need anything.
Light gloves, barely,
Yep.
and I'm talking about we finally made it through this stupid winter.
Yep.
Because for New York, it's been an awful winter. It really has. It hasn't been really, really cold, but it's just been...
it has.
It's just been kind of that just same temperature day in and day out with no real breaks. I mean, in New York, we get breaks. We get some, warm-ups. And we got a couple, but nothing like we usually do. And I'm just like, oh, we're finally here. Look how we're walking to work. It's going to happen any day now. And then it goes, it's going to, change starting now.
Yeah, middle of the day.
Maybe I should, watch the weather on TV.
Yeah, occasionally watch the weather. I listened to the news on the way in, so I knew it was coming. And then I got home yesterday, blizzard.
Yeah.
Goddamn blizzard outside. I just went to bed. I hibernated yesterday. And then this morning, the commute in, just ice everywhere. The Long Island Expressway, which is usually, even in snowstorms, pretty good. The left and right lane were covered with ice. So everybody's in the middle lane. You get those people. The middle lane's fine, but you get people that don't want to do over 35.
Yeah.
So now it forces you into the right or the left lane, which is icy. You got to go real slow, but fast enough to pass the car. Pain in the ass. People causing accidents.
I know if you're in Arizona listening to this, you're like, whatever, dudes. But
Arizona, where they're all happy when it's snowing. Look, snow. Where they get those occasional snowfalls.
We just want to share in our misery. So it's 16 degrees today, and it snowed all day yesterday, and then it turned into rain, and then the temperature dropped. So everything is iced over, and it just is a pain in the ass. And so I pull up to the station this morning, and I'm met by a commando.
Yes.
Dude, I swear to God, I thought I was living a video game. I'm like, do I shoot? Do I run?
Do I have to talk to him because he's with me?
Right. Do I scale the building and see what happens next? Did it feel like a real live video game this morning?
Does he have a new weapon for me?
Right,
I
exactly.
just have to talk to him and I'll get a new cool weapon?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was Poe, but you couldn't...
Of course it was.
You couldn't tell it was Poe because he had some kind of... I don't know. It was like a paintball outfit on. That's the only thing I could... Right?
A paintball outfit?
Yeah.
He did.
It was, I should say uniform, I guess, but it was his paintball outfit.
He's got the face mask on.
Completely covered.
Yeah. Because it's cold out, so he was wearing the stuff to keep warm, but it did kind of look like he was ready to play paintball.
And it looked like he could just take a weapon out in a second, and he's like looking to the left, looking to the right.
Oh, yeah.
Just scanning the area.
I saw him when I passed by doing about 50 in my truck, and I saw him standing out there. I go, oh, yeah, that's right. Poe's now meeting us out front, so there's no problems. No problems with some people or anything. So he asked me if he wanted to escort me for the entire length of my walk, and I'm like, nah, I don't need that. I kind of like the little stroll, and, I could see him down the block anyway. So if there's a problem, I just got to, it's getting hot in here. I'll just yell down the block, and he'll be there in 2 seconds. Watch him sprint up and beat somebody up, but I don't need him there for the whole walk.
It was quite impressive. It was a impressive display this morning. So
he told me when I here he is. He told me when I got up to the door to go in, he was like, "Good morning. Opie has not arrived yet." Like, oh, okay. Kind of something I don't know until I actually get up to the sign-in book.
Right.
And I see, oh, Hughes. There we go. Opie's here.
Dude, you just
now
gave everyone
right
my last name.
Ah, sorry.
What's wrong with you?
I screwed up. Is there anyone that doesn't know that? Oh, really? Greg Hughes? Ooh!
I know, that's what people...
Got me!
That's what people do when they feel like they know us.
Yeah.
Greg Hughes and Anthony Cumia.
Oh, you got me.
Wow.
That hasn't been reported.
Did a little research, did you?
Yeah, you Googled. Fool.
Anyway.
Poe, you like your new post in the morning? Or?
Yeah, it's not too bad. The reason why I wear that mask is it was very cold this morning.
It was very cold.
Extremely cold.
You wouldn't wear that on a day where it wasn't freezing, right?
No, of course not.
No, you got to wear that every day now.
Oh, you like the commando mask?
Yeah, that's your thing.
Okay.
Even if it's 80 degrees in the middle of summer, you got to wear that because it's really impressive.
I'd rather no mask, but maybe camouflage makeup. Something like that. Just hanging out like a commando.
Yeah, it looked like you were ready to hijack something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I was wearing my jacket. I just wanted to... So, the jacket, you were able to identify me, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, trust me.
It says my name on it.
Dude, trust me, we can identify you.
I pretty much knew it was you when I turned the corner, one block away.
There were no other commandos walking in the area. There was no doubt in my mind that was Poe.
It's like, which one is Poe? The guy standing there with the commando mask on and the jacket looking all stout and ready to kill? Or the guy that wet himself laying on the sidewalk?
Who looks up every once in a while and goes, who are you?
Yeah, who are you? When you walk past him, there was a guy that used to stay in a vestibule, but I guess it was too cold for him.
Yeah.
And he sometimes yells out things at you when you walk by. I don't like that guy at all.
Dude,
might have to tune him up there, Poe.
It's like 12 monkeys out there at that hour.
Is.
At that hour, it's 12 monkeys.
12 monkeys.
How you doing, Bob?
Yeah, they just come walking out of nowhere and up to you and stuff.
Yeah, I see.
Poe's watching you, Bob.
Right.
It's in the tooth. It's in the tooth.
That movie gets better and better the more you watch it.
I love 12 Monkeys.
The first time I saw 12 Monkeys, I was like, what?
It takes a couple of viewings to even understand what's going on. Yeah, the whole time.
But then it's just a very, very interesting movie.
Very cool.
And we live 12 Monkeys at 4 in the morning. It's the world of 12 Monkeys.
Yeah.
So, but
going to the station, Bob.
Yeah, going to the station.
Maybe you should be undercover in the morning, though. Maybe you should be one of those bums just laying in the doorway. Because maybe you're a little too obvious.
That's good, though. It's a deterrent.
Well, I noticed that the guys that normally walk the streets, they were going across the street. They weren't walking on my side.
See? He's a deterrent. They were crossing the street. That's good.
Ben, what's up? Jesus.
You look like a fucking psychopath when I pulled up.
That's what I'm telling you, man.
No, yeah, we should have got a picture of your outfit.
Yeah, can we get a picture for the website?
Yeah, sure,
With
no
the
problem.
mask, and it's just dark, and you're standing out there like,
When it gets warm, can you just wear the gi? Stand out there. Imagine that. Just like throwing air kicks and stuff and spinning back fists. That'd be cool.
My cab driver was like, "Who the hell is that guy?" You know, he's just looking at him.
Oh, yeah, you want to find out who he is? Go ahead, screw with him.
Yeah, you should just do like warm-up moves while you're waiting for us.
57th will just be completely deserted. Right. Everyone's walking down the other avenues.
All the cabbies,
streets.
all the cabbies are taking a quick right before the building.
One of the busiest streets in Manhattan becomes empty.
Yeah,
you know,
like they're filming a Tom Cruise movie.
They gotta clear everyone out, right?
What was that movie? Vanilla Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That was a stretch of a reference, but thanks for going with it. Anyway, thanks, Paul.
My pleasure, guys.
And another thing, really fast, before we move on, Steve, the Bernie Getz freakout is kind of becoming a bit legendary.
Oh, it's great. I listened to the audio, laughed my ass off. I love the "you motherfucker."
Well, we had cameras rolling, and then it was just one of those things where we kind of, put the cameras down and went about our interview or whatever, or hanging with Bernie. And
it was one of those moments that happened so quickly we didn't have a camera on it because we weren't expecting it.
Until the end, I guess.
Yeah.
But I forgot we have security cameras in the studio here. So Steve from FoundryMusic.com and Master Poe, they spent a long time finding the actual footage of Bernie Getz freaking out, and then Steve, synced it up with the audio, and it's security camera, and now it's up on FoundryMusic.com and OpieAndAnthony.com.
Yeah, it's all linked up.
It is really funny to look at.
It looks cool in that kind of grainy security camera look.
It's very, very creepy to look at. It's just because you've got that, very step-by-step, video of from the security cameras, and those things aren't meant for broadcast. Those are meant for, what's the word?
Watching black people shoot conveniest store workers.
Well, that too.
Right?
Is that what you wanted to say, Steve?
That's pretty much the look.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch any episode of wildest police videos, and you'll see that type of look. You know what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. It's very grainy, and it's we did the best we possibly could. I'll see if I can get a better version, but it's very difficult because there's no audio coming through.
No, you know what?
Those cameras.
The whole grainy thing works. It's just
absolutely.
It's really cool to look at. Don't you guys have video at the end of the thing?
Yeah, what I can do is now go through and match up
two-camera shoot.
Yeah, basically match up the video that Danny and I shot to the security camera.
I would do a quick cut to where your video takes over, and I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, that's the next step of the process. This was just
No, dude, you did a great job. It's up on Foundry Music and OpieAndAnthony.com.
Very cool.
FOUNDRY music.com.
Good job.
We were starting to run promos and commercials for Steve's website, but then the company got really pissed off. I don't even know what the problem was, but they told them
what is the problem?
No more promos or commercials.
The same problem it was back in at the old station. It's not over yet.
Separation of church and state.
Yeah, basically. My guess is they'll wind up staying, but
they want you to pay for it. Is that it?
No.
They won't actually pay for
it's a valuable tool for the radio program, and who cares? There's a lot of smut on there too.
Actually, we moved
that
most
has
of
nothing
it
to do with Opie and Anthony.
What's wrong with it?
We moved most of the smut. The smut is now tastefully done, and we moved all the boobs over to the Rate My Wow site.
Tastefully done.
Yeah, how is Rate My Wow going?
Dude, it's just it's.
I heard there was 1 million hits the first day.
Yeah, it was
not unique, obviously.
No, it's weird. It's thousands of actual people visited. It was something like 9,000 or 10,000 people in some very short period of time. Hits is in terms of pages that people looked at, 1.6 million.
Nice.
In the first day, so that was.
There's some awful tits on that.
Yeah, they really are.
By the way.
Well, it just it's just
really good ones.
It just started, so it's a new website called RateMyWow.com. Is that linked on OpieAndAnthony.com?
Yeah.
All right, everything's linked.
Yeah, it's all linked up, and people just keep sending their boobs. And Jeff and I wake up in the morning and we approve the new boobs or disapprove them. Some people still haven't caught on to the fact
you
that
have to disapprove some.
No, don't disapprove.
No, you don't understand. Someone sends in a random picture of a girl.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
We don't know who it is.
Oh, God.
No. You don't know who it is.
Because it's funny to get those horror shows.
The real bad ones are the best.
Oh, it's hilarious because it's hot. You're really starting to get into it, and then oh my God. That's better.
This is Homer looking at RateMyWow.com.
Yeah, exactly. As long I don't care what they look like, as long as they stick to the whole, show your boobs, have a little wow sign, it goes up.
Well, it is Whip 'em Out Wednesday, by the way. And,
it is.
I got to tell you guys,
degrees out.
We live in the New York world here. We understand this is a national radio show, and it's gorgeous where you're listening, for the most part. Who knows? But that's why we kind of just throw that wow thing out there every Wednesday. Like, it's wow. It's wow. But we're not really paying attention here in New York.
We're selfish, Opie.
Yeah, because it's 16 degrees out, so we can't really get into it yet.
Yeah, we're selfish. We know that WOW is happening elsewhere in the country where it's warmer, and we could help them out by maybe promoting it a little more on Wednesday than we do. But it's not doing us any good, so screw you.
Yeah.
When it gets nice around here, then we'll start hitting it a little.
Well, that's what I wanted to say. Even though it's 16 degrees, spring is right around the corner.
Yeah, sure it is.
So basically, if you want to participate in WOW or support the radio show, what you need to do is get your WOW stickers and get them on your cars.
Put them on your vehicle.
Yeah, next few weeks, just worry about getting your stickers on the cars and the trucks, or making your homemade WOW signs, or writing it in the dirt, you truckers out there. We've seen that, and it works beautifully. And then we're going to start promoting it a lot better. A lot better. So if you don't have a WOW sticker, you can send a self-addressed stamped envelope to us here in New York. The address is up on opieandanthony.com, but if you have a pen, it's 111 West 57th Street, New York, New York.
Suite 500.
Oh, you try with that address. You try, and he's got to throw something at you like that.
Yeah, now everyone's confused.
Yep.
111.
But if you just say 111 West 57th Street, XM, Opie and Anthony, WOW sticker, whatever, it's going to get to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll figure out where it is.
Suite 500, New York, New York, 1, 0, 0,
1,
9?
9.
All right, cool. 10019.
That was the most confusing address ever.
No one will write that down.
Unfortunately, the people that get the address right, they're the ones that are signing me up for classes and credit cards and everything. I get things here. It's like, mail's in, and I'm like, fan mail from some flounder? I'm feeling all good, and I get it, and it's these jackasses are signing me up for Columbia School of Broadcasting. Like, what? I get junk mail here at the studio.
We created our fans, and
monsters, all of them.
They're all a bunch of monsters. They're ready to just take over the whole show.
Bunch of tools.
At this point, they don't even need us anymore. They really don't.
Last night there was a whole thread on Whackbag about how I'm starting to sound like the deep voice guy from
the Ramon
promos.
Sure.
And it's saying, because of the Beverly Hills incident and the fact that I'm spending more on clothing and eating better and things like that, making a little more money than I did in the older days, that I'm like the deep voice guy. So they started just doing a bunch of Ramones and then putting something that's appropriate for me at the end of it. And it went on for like 5 pages, 6 pages, bunch of tools. They're just ragging on me on the message board. So I just posted one back. Said something like, Ramon, reply to these tools.
I think the Ramon thing is dead, unfortunately.
Oh, I still like Steve's.
Yeah, the Steve's are good, but the listeners killed that
bit. The listeners really drilled that one in.
We thought we'd be able to ride that one out for a while, but you guys killed it on us, so now we have to come up with something else.
Craig from Whackbag, watching the Bernie video. Fucking hilarious. Great to have a visual.
It really is hilarious.
Yeah.
You can see that he just jumped up and went right at me.
Oh,
you can't really see that irks between me and Bernie because the footage is very grainy.
Eric taking the bullet, threw himself right
I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I hid right behind Eric. There's been times where I have gone after people in the studio, but this instance I hid behind Eric, no problem. And Eric held back Bernie Getz.
The video quality for a security cam rocks. And notice 35 seconds in, Bernie's pointing his finger at Opie exactly like as if he had a gun.
Really? Yeah, this is going to be a video that a lot of people watch. I got to tell you, because it's just really interesting. Really interesting. Where's the 35 seconds?
Yeah, pull it up to 35 seconds. Let's see where Bernie has a...
Go back. Yeah, that's good enough. Just start it.
He's holding his fist.
Oh, my
wow.
God.
That would be boom, boom, right there. Oh.
It's like he pointed 4 times.
Yeah, you're done for.
So, yeah, there you go. Check that out on FoundryMusic.com and OpieAndAnthony.com. So, what happened with Reggie Jackson? Because
car wreck.
You know, I know. I was reading a little bit about it, like, he's okay, and I don't know, growing up in New York and, well, hating the Yankees for the most part, Reggie always had this just massive, over-the-top ego. It was all about Reggie. I'm bigger, badder, and better than anyone else.
Those were the days.
And even when he retired, he still had that same attitude.
Yep.
Like his shit didn't stink and all that. A great ball player, obviously.
Hard to deal with.
So, it was kind of like, crying wolf. So, all of a sudden, there's like, Reggie's talking about his accident and stuff, and I'm thinking, oh, here's Reggie again. And I'm thinking, he was in a little fender bender, but he's going to make it a big deal because it's about him.
Me.
And then he's, because he was in this accident, he's back in the headlines, and that's that's what he wants in the end. But then I was reading further, and it sounds like this was a horrific accident.
Pretty big wreck.
What, a car hit him going 100 miles an hour?
Rear-ended him. I don't know how fast he was going. Yeah, some people have said 100 miles an hour.
Like, he saw this guy coming up on him, and I guess he was already in the right lane, he's saying, so then he pulled off onto the shoulder, and the guy still hit him on the right side of the car or something like that, and then they both started flipping.
Both cars flipped over, started rolling.
Into the median, like supposedly his car flipped over 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And the whole time he's holding onto the steering wheel going, so far no injuries, so far no injuries, so far...
Because those moments take forever.
Right.
And as it's happening, it's going through your head like, wow, hey, I'm still okay. I'm still all right, rolling, but nothing yet, until that beam or a guardrail goes right through your chest, and you go, oh, I almost made it.
It's like, oh, this is what happens?
Oh, jeez. I was rolling and saying I'm fine. No, but he wound up rolling, but he's fine. He's a little injured, but nothing bad, like whiplash. He should have been dead. An accident like that, someone rear-ends you at 100 miles an hour?
Yeah, so now I feel bad that I was thinking it was just Reggie being Reggie.
He still is, I'm sure. Sure, it's Reggie being Reggie. Reggie was that was like one of the big heydays of the Yankees back then, when it was Reggie, and that's when the boss, when Steinbrenner was the real prick, and him in the legendary fights with Billy Martin. So it was cool that Reggie was in that mix too. That whole there's great dynamic personalities of all of them back then. But now he's just like, he's like a complaining old guy. Every time you see him, he's bitching about something. So, when he had this accident, it was like, oh, what?
Right.
Oh, who cares?
Yeah.
But apparently pretty serious.
And then, another headline that's all over the paper is Bill Clinton.
Yeah, he's having some scar tissue and liquid removed, some fluid removed from the left side of his chest. It's compressed his lung, the bottom of his lung.
Do they mess up the surgery, you think, or is this something that just happens from time to time?
They say it's one of those rare occurrences, but it's routine. They try to calm everyone down. You ever notice that? It's like, calmo. They try to calm everyone down. It's, it doesn't happen to everybody, but it's okay. It's routine, and we call it a low-risk procedure. It's elective surgery. This is nothing big.
Low risk or not, Clinton is aging so fast now.
Yeah.
So fast.
Well, he had the bypass.
It was so funny because I met him just before we started the XM show here.
Yes.
Briefly in Huntington when he was doing a book signing.
Had your picture taken, very proud.
I was lucky enough to get a picture with President Clinton that drives Jim Norton nuts to this day. And we were all commenting at the time how awful he looked. And that was, I think, 6 weeks before he had his heart attack. Well, he didn't have a heart attack.
No,
they caught it in time.
Yeah, he had some blockage. And
speaking of Jim Norton, hey, Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy. And they wound up doing a bypass on quadruple?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a quadruple bypass.
What I was going to say, he looked tired and he didn't look good.
Yeah.
But he looked a lot younger when I met him than how he looks now. And that's only 5-6 months ago, 7 months ago, whatever.
You just assumed it was that he's married to Hillary Clinton. And that kind of make you all haggard, tired.
They said he also had a partially collapsed lung.
Yeah, that's what he's got, too, partially, because his lung can't inflate all the way because he's got this scar tissue and fluid in the left side of his chest, so they're going to go in there and drain that out, and that should reinflate his lung. And he's running all over the globe with the older Bush guy.
I was going to say,
trying to keep up with that son of a bitch.
I was going to say, is his new butt buddy pal going to be at the hospital holding his hand through the surgery?
Bedside.
Right.
Come on, we got things to do.
Right.
You know, all concerned about his health.
Because no one cared about Bush Sr. until he teamed up with Clinton.
Yeah.
And
Bush Jr. gave his dad something to do. It's like, all right, Dad, go off with this guy.
Right.
And now they're...
That is the weirdest thing, because you just know the Clintons and the Bushes just did not get along.
But apparently...
When Clinton left office and Bush came in, you could just see from the body language of the transitional period that they hated each other.
The administration hated each
other. It seemed like it was not just a Democrat-Republican thing.
Personal.
It just seemed like there was some kind of personal animosity.
Well, the Bush... Everybody involved in the Bush camp didn't like everyone involved in the Clinton camp because they were these immoral, young liberals that made a mockery of the White House and, of course, the Oval Office. So you get these people coming in. They just want to get rid of everything to do with Clinton and get back to the dignity of the office. And it took a while, but, you know, they're friends now. And from what I've read... they're very good friends, and they have what they've said is they have a lot more in common than they ever thought they did, personally, and that seems to be the basis of their friendship. And the younger Bush teamed him up with his father to go over to the tsunami-ravaged. I'm just looking at Jimmy. He's catching up on the news. It's pretty funny. Like, where am I? It's like he's going through his workbook.
Well, what we could do, we could take a break, and then we'll say hi to Jimmy. We'll see how his L.A. trip was.
Did you sleep, Jimmy? No, on the plane?
Nah, I tried to knock out a little bit, but I just...
Yeah?
I kind of just listened to tunes on my stupid laptop.
Yeah? Were you in first class?
Yeah, upgraded.
Oh.
Because you're testing, so they fly your coach. But
yeah.
I was earnest upgrade.
Earnest upgrade. All right, why don't we take a quick break, and we'll continue with the Opie and Anthony program. We'll say hi to little Jimmy Norton next.
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the O&A virus.
So I go back to Long Island to go to my doctor's office, get my physical, and he was very happy with everything besides, you know, my stupid illness that I had. And I'm just about ready to leave, and he goes, one more thing, and he went and got the glove again.
One more thing.
And then I'm like, what? You did this already. He goes, well, I should get a stool sample.
Yeah, well, you take a dump to get that.
That's what I thought.
Pulling out a nugget.
So to make a long story short, I have to bend over again and sing Moon River.
Yeah.
Tells me to take the deep breath again. He goes in. What is he poking one that's in there to get the stool?
Oh God!
The stool sample.
Did he pull something out?
I don't know what he did. I'm not looking.
You could feel him like scraping in there to get something.
He doesn't have a mirror on the ceiling or anything. I don't know what's going on. But all of a sudden, I think that's what he said, that he needed to get a stool sample. Because that's what you do when you get your physicals, right?
Yeah, but usually people get that out of the bowl.
That's what I thought.
Take a dump, and they give you like a popsicle stick.
I remember that, yeah.
And a plastic thing.
Yeah.
You got to scoop a little.
Yeah, maybe this is the new way they get them.
I don't know. This guy's a little too eager to snap that glove on his hand every time you walk in there.
So they, I mean, he went for a poke to poke one that's still in me. I don't know.
Doc, my eye is a little red. Okay, pull your pants down.
Right.
No, not that one. Doc, my ear. I think I have an ear infection. Pull your pants down, Opie. Snap them gloves on again. But it's my ear. Yeah, I know. I got to stick my finger up your ass up.
I didn't even want to know, man. I was just like, what are you doing now? We did this already.
Yeah.
But he said something about a stool sample, and then he walks out of the office all awkwardly with his one hand up in the air.
Did he write it in your chart as our second date? Or was it... That's pretty, I don't know, twice like that to get a stool. Oh, he walked out with his finger up in the air?
Well, because I guess he was going for a microscope or something.
He was going to smear it on
I don't know. But then what was funny, and this isn't one of those Ben funny stories, because it was kind of funny. So I'm now getting ready to pull my pants up, but of course we don't make eye contact after this. 'Cause now it's like a regular thing.
Hey, how you doing, John?
Hey, how many fingers are you going to stick up this time? Hey.
What if you bump into him at the grocery store? Will he stick his finger up your ass? Hey, how you doing, Hope?
Just want to say hi.
Hey, pull your pants down.
So then he's walking out of the examining room. I'm, getting myself back together. Oh, my hair is all askew and
brushing your hair and putting on your makeup and taking the 20 off the dresser.
just trying to get myself back together.
Yeah, presentable.
And there's no eye contact, and he's trying to walk out of the examining room. He has that big white doctor's coat on, right?
Of course he does.
And he's got his one hand up in the air, the right hand, so he's reaching for the door with the left.
Oh, and he's just got a stool sample on the tip of his finger.
I didn't look, dude, but his hand was up in the air. I knew that much. I wasn't looking closely, I should say. And then all of a sudden, the doorknob gets caught on his lab coat, and he's all like a mess. Like he's like trying to reach back to
he can't use that hand.
Right, he can't use the hand that's up in the air, and he's awkwardly using the other hand to try to unhook himself from the doorknob. Dude, I had to help the doctor. I'm like, let me get that. I'm like, oh God. So I had to undo his pocket from the doorknob so he could get out of there. And he awkwardly slams the door, and I'm like, thank God that was over with. And then he comes back, like nothing happened, like, yeah, everything's good then.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading. An Anthony Show. XM202.
What's wrong?
I put my headphones down. See, when we come out of commercials, or whatever they're called, and go to the music before we come back, the music is so loud that I can't put my headphones on. So I put them on my head like Mickey Mouse, like this, and then when the music dies down a little, I can put them back on. See, that's how it works. It's okay. It's that's how every radio station works, right? Yeah, when the music starts, you got to put your headphones up here, and then.
And I understand the listeners are so sick of us talking about it, but it just amazes us.
Oh.
It just amazes us.
Well, a couple more weeks of this, and I'm working Antamania. They're wonderful. My mom, I had the perfect hearing before I had the headphones on. I'm going to be deaf. Because this music just blasts into my eardrums.
I think the studio is built in such a way, there's so many things going on that when something goes wrong, it's too confusing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's not just one thing, because this thing is related to this, that'll turn this off, that'll turn that off, which will fade this to the wrong way, and this is going to be out of phase because this is wired to this, which is duct taped to this. You know what I mean?
It's just too screwed up. You think a bulldozer's got to come in here and
Well, look, I'm no engineer, obviously, but it doesn't make sense to me that right now, you can hear my voice, and it's pretty normal in your headphones, right?
But a little loud. Yeah.
But any other audio source is a lot louder?
No, you and every other audio source is loud. Me, as I talk into this, is just at a level where it's acceptable. But if I turn it down, then I won't be able to hear myself.
Right.
And I'll hear
Or if you
else.
turn it up to hear yourself, everything else.
Oh, everything else will be like killer. I'll be bleeding from the ears. Hey, and that's the problem. If you're in Washington and you have a solution, give it a
It just shows how talented you are.
Thank you,
That you
Opie.
can work under these conditions,
I'm a
Anthony.
professional. I will try to rise above. It's a catastrophe. Look, I want big bread. I want big bread for my... Actually, the sandwich came out fine today. We were worried.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Ricky, who gets the orders... wrong. Yeah, Jimmy just shakes his head. And Jimmy hasn't even been around for 5 days.
He hears the name, Ricky.
The best is, Jimmy, you'll appreciate this. We're in the back office, and Ricky comes in and goes, well...
He tries to be like a go-getter, like he's gonna redeem himself.
He's all confident. He walks in and goes, well... Travis isn't here today, so I'll be taking the coffee and food orders.
He goes, I'm going to take the coffee and the food orders all at the same time.
And we all go,
and like, ooh.
Oh... So Ben jumps in and goes, how about you just start with coffee?
Yeah.
Let's try to get that right. And then Wise Ass in there, the tall guy, I forget his name.
Try to balance the poles on your hand before you start spinning plates on them, Get Get it down before you actually start to try to a little showmanship.
And then the intern, the tall guy.
Yeah.
Nathaniel.
Oh, that guy. That's Nathaniel?
Yeah, he's such a wise ass. He goes to Ricky, you know, are you going to get the coffee from? I don't want to wreck your joke. You said
Very
something
funny.
like it's at the green and white awning or something like that, better known as Starbucks. Help me out. I don't want to screw up your material. It's funny.
I said, is Ricky going to the Green and White Sign Cafe?
The Green and White Sign Cafe?
Or as most people call it, Starbucks.
Right,
yeah.
there you go. It was very funny. It made us laugh. So then I go to Ricky. Look, Ricky, why don't you just get me a nice... Well, let's start really slow. Just give me a nice, tall glass of water.
Water. Ask him for water.
If you do that right, then you could go get the coffee for everyone, and then you could get the food. But Anthony had no choice. No one else is here, so Ricky comes in the studio just as we're about to, as Ecstasy of Gold is playing, and all of a sudden he's holding a pad and a pen next to Anthony, and Anthony's like telling him about this tuna fish sandwich he wants, right?
Yeah, I want it on toast and everything, and I
Tuna
get
fish
it.
at 6 in the morning, by the way. What is
Our
wrong with you?
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah.
It's our schedule is stupid. It has no idea. If put it this way, if we were doing afternoons, I would wake up relative the same time to the show. So it would be breakfast for me anyway, even though I'd be eating lunch. I wake up, I'm hungry. I don't want to eat something, you know.
But following your
I don't want
logic, it
eggs.
still doesn't make sense you're eating lunch at 6 in the morning.
No, but it's just, I don't know.
I've been doing the same thing. Half the reason is because I'm so sick of eating eggs every morning and bagels and everything.
Yeah, I've had that goddamn toasted bagel for months now. I'm sick of it. And I don't want eggs. So what do you get? Tuna is kind of a light thing.
So there's Ricky as Anthony's telling him what he wants, and we just have our heads down like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, and everyone in the other booth is laughing their asses off as Ricky's trying to concentrate like you've never seen someone concentrate before.
Where are you going to go? Tuna, white toast, make it white toast and a club soda, and he's looking at me, and then he wouldn't leave. So I'm like, no, that's all. He goes, oh, okay, all right. Talking all quiet. He's all like scared. He's standing here. He won't leave. So I'm like, anything else? He goes, money. It's like, oh, just tell me. Give me money, you idiot. You know? The guy he's taking the food order, and he wouldn't ask me.
He's too scared to ask for money.
He's petrified now. You have yourself worked up into a frenzy now about this whole getting food thing.
I love how we have people petrified around us.
They're petrified.
It's kind of a good feeling.
Oh my God! Yeah, you love shit. You just love it.
Nah, whatever. I'm just an ass. But go ahead, Ricky.
So now everything worked out fine. The sandwich, by the way, was perfect.
That's cool. That's good.
Very easy, right? I might send you out for something else though.
Okay.
I've been on this little cinnamon roll thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I kind of like a good cinnamon roll. Makes the whole studio smell nice, and it's tasty and sweet.
Much better than smelling Norton's farts.
Yeah.
Which was a nice pleasure.
Oh, that's
not having you around yesterday. We sort of missed you, but we didn't miss the smells. We didn't miss the smells yesterday.
That lovely fragrance. You think you could handle a cinnamon roll?
Sure.
I don't know where the other guy gets them, whatever his name is.
Well, can he
What's
get
his name? Danny?
Can he get an egg white sandwich at the same place that has the cinnamon rolls?
Uh-oh.
Yeah?
Oh, my God. You're sending him out for something else?
I'm hungry today.
Egg whites?
And I need some fat-free milk and a...
oh, my God.
A spoon.
He pulls out his little Columbo pad, jot down his notes on.
Oh, forget it.
Cinnamon roll.
Dude, this is a whole... This is a whole process. Can't we do it during the break?
Yeah.
This is not just a quick food order. We have to explain in detail.
What? Cinnamon roll's easy. What do you want?
Oh, boy.
Jim has absolutely no confidence in Ricky.
No.
Jim comes in, oh, yeah, like, I need coffee. I'm like, oh, Ricky, get for you. He's like, absolutely not. Where's Danny?
Ricky, what?
Takes Danny right off the phones. Danny's answering the phones. No, go. Well, I think I want some skim milk and a banana.
Okay. Skim milk and a banana.
And a spoon.
Then where do we get egg whites? On, like, a bagel? On a good bagel? Yeah. Like an everything bagel?
Mm-hmm. Don't deal with that place downstairs. Their food
Egg
sucks.
whites. Egg whites.
Now, here's after you have that written down, here's the issue with my cinnamon roll.
Okay. Oh, God.
I don't know where these places are that these people get these cinnamon rolls. I don't know where they are. But one that I get sometimes, it's hard and nasty. We don't want the hard, nasty, old, stale ones.
Yeah, write that down.
I like a cushy, fresh cinnamon roll that's spongy.
Just give it a little squeeze when you...
Not with your fingers.
You want the cinnamon roll. You
can tell by looking at it.
You want the cinnamon roll to feel like 18-year-old boobs.
Ooh.
Yes. You don't want it to feel like breast implants.
You don't have to look at it. You could tell by looking at dog crap on the street if it's old and dry and flaky, or if it's nice, cushy and soft.
Give it a little poke.
Now that doesn't mean bring back dog crap either.
No.
It might do that. Crazy person.
No, I won't.
Just
poke it.
Don't poke it, Jimmy. Shut up about fucking poking.
He has to.
Remember the time he put his nail into your apple and you lost your mind, you lunatic.
I'm with Jimmy. I think you need to take your index finger and give it just a little.
No, poking my cinnamon roll.
Just a little poke.
Wash your hands first. That's all.
No.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Just a little poke. A poke where Anthony wouldn't even know that you actually poked it.
You motherfucker. No.
Just a little like this. Look, just a little. Just like that. Just to see if it
poking.
Just see if it kind of pushes in a little bit and then comes right back out.
Okay.
All right? Make sure you poke it.
All right.
There's no poking of my cinnamon roll. What do you think it is, Opie's butt? No fingers involved.
Hey.
So I got
What, the doctor?
I know. Leave your fingers out of my butt.
I want at least, can I have at least 10 days on the expiration date, too? I don't like skim milk when it's too close to
You know what?
fat-free
You
milk.
need to open up the milk and take a sip out of it to make sure it's fresh. That's what you got to do.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
He's writing that down.
Just swirl it around your mouth a little bit.
And then you can spit it back in the container.
Fine, sure.
Yeah, because he needs it all.
All right, Ricky, get out of here.
And Opie's egg whites, chew them a little bit. And then you can spit that back out because it all looks like it's just scrambled eggs anyway.
Hey, as long as you poke Anthony's cinnamon roll, I don't care.
Cinnamon roll sounds good.
Cinnamon rolls are so cinnamony and good.
They really are a fine morning treat.
Yes, and it's a morningly treat.
Oh, yeah, you need money. Here you go.
Oh, the money. See, he's afraid to ask.
Dugout Doug, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys? Thank you very much for the video. And I must say, Opie, where does Master Poe actually sit?
Oh, okay. You're talking about the Bernie Getz.
He could have freaking killed you. He got that close.
We're talking about the Bernie Getz video that's now up on FoundryMusic.com and OpieAndAnthony.com. Well, if you were listening to the show that day, Master Poe was listening to a feed of the program in delay. So he comes bursting in the door when he heard the whole thing go down, but unfortunately he heard it go down 7 seconds after everyone else did.
But as security, doesn't he kind of actually watch you guys when you got somebody in there that's shot 5 people?
4.
4, but
I'm sorry,
people,
4.
Sir.
Oh, well then 4. That's not that bad then.
Yeah, he didn't get to the gun, so I'm lucky enough that I'm not the 5th.
Yeah.
But no, it was a whole big deal that day. Master Poe got so pissed off, now he listens to an actual live feed of the show.
And who was that next to you, Eric, that you were very nicely pushing his head into?
Oh, yeah. I admitted it on the show. I hid behind Eric this time.
That was great. Classic video, guys. Phones are working great. Punching out.
All right, thank you. Phones are good today, Anthony. Phones are good. All right.
Oh, it seems I'm not alone with the blasting of the music through my headphones because that's what everybody deals with on a daily basis listening to this channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like we talk and everything's fine, but then the music comes on and they got to turn the volume down. So,
yeah.
Hey, I'm with you, people.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore.
Fast Freddy saying skim milk and banana, gayest snack ever.
Oh, no, I have a Kellogg's Special K cereal thing here.
I got you.
I'm not just going to sip the milk and eat my banana, dude. That would be kind of mullish.
Why don't you just, you know what you should do? Suck on the banana and splash the milk in your face.
Yeah, and then slap myself so there's a handprint in my face.
And then take big gulps of the milk and gag on it.
You know, that's for my cereal, and the banana I'll break up over it and eat it.
You know what?
Tasty.
I think we need a caterer for the program.
We're going to cater the show?
Yeah.
Really should.
Because, first of all, this is getting quite expensive.
Oh.
We need a caterer. We used to have a bartender for happy hour on the old show. Why not get a caterer?
Comes in a couple of weeks.
Comes in every day with the food all set and nice and ready to go, and we give you a little plug. Ask the Rock and Roll Deli if they want, a free commercial every morning.
Carlos from Metuchen saying Jimmy sounds happy. was how did his audition go?
Thanks, Carlos from Metuchen.
Yes, Carlos wants to know.
Yeah, how was your L.A. trip?
It was
Jimmy
cool,
went
man.
out to L.A.?
LA's growing on me, to be honest with you. 'Cause,
I
I had
LA.
fun with you guys, man, when I went out there.
I love L.A. I just wouldn't live there. It's just a great place to go from time to time.
If you got something to do.
Because, you know, you drive around a little bit and you realize, oh, God, what a nightmare.
But if you were working out there and kind of close to where you worked, that wouldn't be that bad at all. I think it would be kind of a cool place to live.
As long as you can come back and be based. I could never be based in L.A. I just can't. I love here too much. It's the quiet there. Nick DiPaolo was also reading in front of the park, so me and him were in the hotel and we're just walking around one morning. It's just like it's like you're looking at life through a glass there. I don't feel like I'm in the middle of anything because everybody's just driving.
You don't live there either.
Well, it's very spread out because of
I think you're
the
very
earthquakes.
adaptable once you if you're living there, then you kind of feel like you're part of it. You know, I'm getting kind of sick of New York. To tell you the truth. I mean, yeah, I love it because I'm in New York. I was born here and stuff. But man, am I getting tired of this place. Jesus Christ, the weather stinks. The winters blow. It's like I can't take the animals.
I'm with you.
I'm so sick
I'm
of
so
it.
with you. When this radio thing is over, and I hope it's over sooner than later.
Jeez.
I'm not even lying with not even lying with you guys anymore. I hope this ends sooner than later.
No.
And then it's like bye.
Move somewhere warm and do a little radio show on your own time.
Hell no.
You wouldn't want to have fun?
Maybe spin some
do something like that.
Maybe spin some tunes so people could go.
Hard time.
Hey, we found one half of the Opie and Anthony show, and you're not gonna believe what he's doing now.
Hey, I'm doing what I enjoy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You know, being on the Opie and Anthony show afforded me a lifestyle where I could just do this for fun now. Yeah, there you go.
Maybe in South Beach, Florida, somewhere nice and
Something
warm.
like that.
I'm out sooner than later, boys and girls.
No.
Oh, this show will go on without me. It's fine.
No, it's not.
No, not this
Hell
show.
yeah.
If I continued doing radio, I would absolutely do some kind of a current event-driven show, some kind of political talker, something like that, with, you know, a little bit more of an edge to it, because that's just, you know, I couldn't all of a sudden go, okay, I'm Rush Limbaugh now. You know, appreciate me for that.
And then I'd call your program every once in a while, so it's like the good old days, and I'm on a phone and it just doesn't work because we haven't talked in years, and you're in a studio, I'm on a phone, the chemistry just stinks. We're trying to relive the glory days.
All right, well, I'm going to let you go. I got a senator calling in.
I'll let you be.
Yeah.
Enjoy your golf game.
All right. What are you doing now, Opie? You got a plug? Are you spinning music down in South Beach? What are you doing? Well, I have a Saturday show in Arizona. I'm based out of my home.
Right.
In Arizona, you got a studio in your basement.
Right. I spin, you know, songs from the grunge, the grunge era.
Yeah. You got a request, Anthony? All right. Could you play some butt trumpet? I remember that one from the AAF days.
Ugh.
Oh, my goodness. Who knows what the future holds?
Who knows?
I'll also have a radio show where I just plug gigs and cry and beg you two to come back.
I don't know. We'll
see.
see.
Jimmy's trying to pay for his apartment.
Yeah. It's called It's Too Cold for Jimmy to Be Homeless Hour. I'll play anything you want as long as you listen.
Oh, God damn.
We'll see.
I wouldn't want to get completely out of radio after this if you know if the Opie and Anthony show thing just ends. I wouldn't want to get out of radio.
No,
because
you're
I kinda
gonna
enjoy it. You know, I enjoy coming in and doing it.
See, well, yeah, but here's the difference. I have 12 years on you.
I know you've
Believe
been
it or
doing
not.
this a lot longer.
We've been doing it. We've been doing it about 10, and I did it about 10, at least 10 before I met you.
God,
so after this is over, you got another 10, and then you'll feel
Right.
probably what I'm feeling
Then
today.
I'll be like, oh, enough, get me out of this. Oh, that is really funny.
Huh.
There's a Dr. Gonzo from Whackbag. Opie will be the only one listening to your show and buying your paintings. Little reference from the Brady Bunch earlier. Very funny.
Yeah, well.
God damn.
Don't quit, guys.
I just want XM to get on the same page as us, so I could get the passion back. I still have passion to do this, but the first 5 months has been just very, very frustrating, and I've lost a little of the passion. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's a tribute to how much I enjoy the medium of radio that I come in here and actually enjoy myself on a daily basis, even with the obstacles that are in the way as far as equipment goes, because I really do enjoy doing radio. It's a lot of fun to just come in and hang out.
I'm finally having fun, probably only the last month.
Yeah.
Because something, we really haven't talked about. I mean, I lost my father literally the day we signed this contract.
Yeah.
Literally. And then, I took 2 weeks off and then went right on the road and started promoting, our new gig here at XM. And, man, I was in another world. And then... Yeah. Then we started in October, which was barely a month after my dad passed, and I'm supposed to quote be funny with Anthony, and I don't even remember being here.
Mm-hmm.
I literally don't remember. I called it in for the first 3 months easily, easily, faking it, putting a smile on my face, but but finally, like I don't know, I finally feel that quote that's behind me, and I could finally really start enjoying myself again. It's just been a weird 5-6 months. Strange, because it was supposed to be a happy time for us, because for me, because we finally got back doing what we love, and I had that to deal with, which came out of nowhere, obviously. I mean, people know what happened, so, but finally starting to enjoy myself.
Yeah, so I would still, I would try to do something. I don't know. It would be a little odd.
Nah,
I couldn't imagine
dude, you're gonna go on and you're gonna rock.
Or you know something?
You're gonna be
not. I just look around and say, you know something? Screw this.
Nah, you're gonna be like the next. You'll be like the next Bob Grant.
Ooh. Now that would somebody whose footsteps I would like to follow.
Without that miserable angle, but you'll be like a Bob
I could
Grant
be miserable.
Type. Very opinionated.
I learned it from you, Opie. Okay.
Very
I
opinionated.
Learned it from you. Where's my oatmeal? You smutchim.
Anyway, I don't know what we were talking about. Jim Norton and
Oh,
LA.
yeah. Your audition.
It was good.
How did it go?
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Yay!
Wait, you got it? Got it? They already told you?
Yeah, they told me last night.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was good.
So now you're going to be on a show.
We don't. No. It's what happens is we shoot.
Well, you got to start from the beginning because people are confused. You went out to L.A. for an HBO
for a test.
For a test,
which I've never done before. It's like a network test where I did an audition and then I did a callback audition in New York, and then it was between me and two other guys. Actually, a comedian named Fred Stoller and Steve Sweeney, legendary Boston.
Yeah, sure.
And myself, and we went out there and had to test in front of the network, which was nerve-wracking because you walk into a conference room, and it's all network with Chris Albrecht and just the highest people at HBO are all just kind of sitting there.
And they don't.
All right, funny man.
And they don't think anything's funny.
No, and Louis C.K., who I actually met with the day before, him and the producer, kind of went through it again and gave me a couple pointers. And this is how nervous I was. Dave Becky is Louis' manager, and I know him for probably 8 years. I didn't recognize him. He was in the room because he kind of looks like Dennis Quaid. So I thought it was Dennis Quaid the whole time I'm in there.
And all you're thinking is, how can I get a picture with this guy?
But I'm like, I know I can't. I'm like, oh, he must be involved in the project. Dennis Quaid maybe is doing something, or maybe he's exec producer or doing something.
And it's someone you've known.
For 8 to 10 years.
You are retarded.
As I'm so nervous, and I'm walking out, and I'm like, oh my God, that's Dave Becky. And I'm out the door. And I felt like I didn't really say hi to the guy.
Yeah.
So it's such a nervous scumbag.
What did you have to do to test?
You have to go in there and do your scene. You walk in, Louis across the room.
How intimidating is this?
It's nerve-wracking. It's really nerve-wracking. And it's a conference room with just... you couldn't even look. You just know that there are people that can make your career or ruin it.
So you walk in, you have your scene memorized, I guess?
Yeah, I was really nervous when I got there, but me and DePaulo, I did it a couple times in this big room they put us in, and I was going too fast. I was like, finally.
Yeah, what were some of your lines?
Oh my God!
That's always fun when you do the lines on our show because it never works.
No, never. It never sounds very. I'm just trying to think of what one of the ones I kept screwing up was. Something about Planet of the Apes. I just kept screwing it up. Yeah, I can't remember one line now. It's so funny. I did the whole thing without blowing a line. I can't remember one line.
So you were just doing a scene that's going to be part of the show, possibly?
The pilot. Yeah, we're definitely shooting a pilot. I definitely got the pilot. We're shooting that actually the week that we're off, which is perfect. I go out to L.A. for that week that we're off at the end of March.
Yes.
Beginning of April, whatever that is. And I shoot then. and then they let us know what happens.
Wow.
It will be a while before anything happens, but
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's great.
And what's the basis of the show? Like,
it's like a dirty sitcom on HBO. It's like a sitcom with profanity and just mean lines.
Perfect for you, man.
Dude, what
mean lines?
Just really, really
do you have
lines.
Do you have a little part for your old buddies? Your old pals?
No.
Well, here's breaking news. Jimmy's leaving for HBO, and I'm quitting the business. And have fun.
That's it. And I'll be taking your political calls. Just changing the show tomorrow, and that's it.
See, you guys tuned in like you do every day, and guess what? The show's
it.
blowing up right in front of your eyes.
Done. Opie's retiring. Jimmy's on HBO. And I'll be taking your calls about the present administration and what...
They won't even, change the sweepers. They'll just block out the first name.
Anthony show.
Dumb Steve will leave the "and" in there because he likes it. The "and Anthony show."
That's it.
Just get another guy that mispronounces stuff and has a high voice at times, and no one will know.
Why not?
Yeah.
And people will call in for 6 months going, wait, what happened to Opie? No, I'm here.
That's it. Yeah, this guy. Right. And it just doesn't work. I get some hack comic that isn't even funny, but he's a comedian, so he sits there and it's just an awful show.
Well, you could just play sound clips up and nobody would notice it. Ugh, logs on my chest. Ugh, logs on my chest. Redundant 0 a.m.
Well, that's good. I could just put everything on instant replay. Opie taking us to break and stuff like that. All right.
So name the topic. What do you think of that topic, Jim? It stinks, and I don't like it.
So that's exciting news, bro.
Yeah,
Very
man.
cool.
One of my main concerns was obviously how it would interfere with the show and all that stuff. And I talked to you guys both, obviously, and then I talked to Logan. I was worried, but he was like, "Oh, dude, get the part. We'll work it. It'll work. So it was great.
See, I wasn't worried because I know I'm stepping aside soon anyway, so it's not going to affect me.
Yeah. And with the format change, I really don't need you.
Right.
Well, I'm saying that maybe when I'm out in L.A. shooting, there's be times I'll be out in L.A. shooting, maybe the Ben and Anthony show can come out. That's great.
Ben's hog is making an appearance tonight.
That's right. Ben will be in studio, but Ben's cock will be in P.C. Richards in Ronkonkoma.
All right. We have to take a very quick break.
No, we're not losing Jimmy.
No.
Jesus.
That was one of my main concerns.
Jesus, that makes me feel good. I basically am telling people I'm leaving the business. And
they're like, where's Jimmy going?
Where's Jimmy going?
Well, they know you're lying.
They know you're full of shit.
They know you're lying. No, it'll be like... I don't know if it even gets picked up. It won't be shot for a while, and it's only going to be X amount of weeks. It's not like a sitcom. 10 to 13 episodes maximum, not 22 like a regular sitcom. And the shoot schedule will work. My manager actually made them throw in extra plane tickets for me to come back and do
No, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, of course.
It'll actually be a great opportunity for the show.
Yeah.
To try out Jim Norton replacements and stuff.
You should have seen when I told Bob Kelly I had this audition. I almost didn't do the audition.
Yeah.
I'm like, anything that will interfere with the
show,
I know.
I honestly, Norton is a friend to the end. He was stressing the whole time, and we were the ones going, look, dude, you got to do this, man. You got to.
Yeah.
We'll figure out how to make it work. We'll do phone calls from L.A., maybe an audio blog. Plus, you wouldn't be gone for, a long stretch of time. It'll be here and there.
I'll put it in my contract that once a year I must return here to do the show. Ralph Cranston. When he thought he was going off to Hollywood.
You should have, when I was telling Fat Bob Kelly about it, I'm not too sure what to do. I talked to a lot of people about it. I really didn't know what to do because I had to sign something before I actually went out there.
Yeah.
And Bob's like, oh, dude, do it. Oh, you got to do it. It's HBO. And I'm thinking, this fat asshole wants to get in here for a week.
He wants to get in here. Of course he does.
Self-centered boob over
in
a
rat hair about you.
They're already calling me. Because you've told all those guys, so they're all calling me. Like, hey, if you need a little help when he's in L.A., I'm available.
I hear Jimmy's leaving, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm around.
Nah, Jimmy's not leaving.
No, I'm not going anywhere.
It'll be an interesting thing. It'll actually add to the radio program. So, Mr. Vitale.
How you doing?
There he is.
Better known as Dick Vitale.
Hey, guys, I could barely hear you.
Oh, God damn
Even Dick
phones.
Vitale says
Come on,
that.
Opie.
Hey, well, we're having a problem with the phones. Is this... Wait, let me try a little something here. How's that?
A little better?
A little better.
A little better?
Yeah, no, that's better.
All right, that's a complaint that everyone gives us day in and day out, but for some reason they just don't know what the problem is. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Where are you calling from?
I'm in Florida right now.
Florida, getting ready for the big tourney?
Yeah, I got to leave tomorrow, and I got to go to the ACC. I'll be doing 5 games there.
Very nice.
Tough work, huh?
I got to be totally honest with you. I'm usually a huge college basketball fan, and I'm not going to try to fake it. I haven't really followed it this year for some reason. Maybe because we just started this new gig at XM, and I don't have the time.
Well, you're wacky. That's all, you know what I'm saying? You're not following it. You're wacky. It's been great.
Oh, I know. I
bury you on the air.
I take a peek here and there, and I was watching that game over the weekend.
Hello? Hello?
Yes. Yes, Dick.
Yeah, I just lost you guys.
Oh, boy. Oh, these technical problems. Yeah, that game.
Well, when are we going to... are you going to let me know when we're on?
Huh?
Are you going to let me know when we're on?
When we're on the radio?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Okay. Where are you guys located?
Oh, we're in Manhattan.
You're in Manhattan right now?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the weather out there?
It's a little cold. Not as warm as where you are.
I tell you, it's cold out here. My wife's complaining. It's going to be 64 today.
Oh, jeez.
Well, what part of Florida?
I live in Sarasota.
Sarasota, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, spring training, the whole bit. I love it down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you do when you're not doing the college basketball?
I do a lot of speaking. I do a lot. In fact, as soon as the season ends, I'm with the Washington Speakers Bureau, and I do a lot of motivational speaking around the country for various corporate groups, etc. So keep busy, and I've written not bad for a guy that can't read or write. I got 7 books.
Yeah. Do you play golf or anything like that?
Yeah, no, I do. I play a lot of tennis. Play tennis, play golf, and I'm not good at golf at all. I'm a much better tennis player, but I live on a golf course down here in Florida. It's called Lakewood Ranch Country Club.
Yeah, sure. Well, I guess we got about another minute. We're going to start the interview. So.
Yeah.
What do you think about LeBron James so far?
He's phenomenal. You know, he's terrific.
Better than Jordan, you think?
He's going to be in that category when it's all said and done, but he has to win yet. He hasn't won, you know, and obviously he's very young, but that's the one thing that Jordan did and did so well. He was such a big-time winner. You know, getting stats is one thing, but time will tell. I mean, he's only 20 years old. I mean, Jordan didn't win until he was like 26 or 7, so.
Well, and he's got to get the supporting cast like Jordan.
Exactly. He's got to get the cast around him, and seems like a good kid. I mean, it's my little surroundings with him. It's tough not to get carried away when you're making that kind of cash.
Yeah. Don't you think?
I'll tell you what I'd like to say, man. I'm tired of those New York papers burying Alex Rodriguez, calling him the most hated player. Players don't like him. Hey, it's one reason. I happen to know Alex well. They're jealous of the kid. They call him a con man, because he's nice. He cares about his image. You don't read about him with drugs, alcohol, steroids. I mean, I find that very frustrating.
Yeah,
well, that's the New York, papers. You know, the sports guys are animals.
Well, you guys are heard all over the country.
Oh yeah, it's a national show. We're almost back from break here. It's amazing, you know, getting back to the LeBron James thing, where they're trying to tell these guys they can't go into the NBA. You know, these high school kids.
Yeah, it's tough. He's so different.
Yeah, but if you have the opportunity to make millions of dollars in the NBA, why shouldn't you?
Well, you know, a kid like that is unique and certainly special, but there's so many others that make that journey that aren't ready for it. I mean, he's a rare, like a Tiger Woods or like a Serena Williams. There's some rare people that just have great talent, but when you look at the majority, aren't in that role. And unfortunately, there are a lot of kids who think they're LeBron James.
Well, it seems like I think the colleges are afraid because they're going to lose a lot of good players. You know,
I'm telling you, man, I am having a tough time.
Yeah,
I hear you in spurts, you know. I hear key words like LeBron James.
We're trying to work out the technical glitches. That's why we haven't, started yet.
You can't get it louder, huh?
Yeah, this seems to be a problem. I don't know if we're going to have to reschedule or something.
Can you hear now? Is this possible for you to hear?
No, that's better now.
Maybe I might have been speaking too late. I was saying that it seems like the colleges are really worried that like these young players are going to wind up just skipping college and going right to the pros.
Oh yeah, it's a big dilemma. It's a big problem.
But I mean, it just seems like it's kind of hard for someone to pass up that kind of money, man. Because if you're in high school, all of a sudden a team is like, well, you know, we'd
most of these kids come from socially disadvantaged situations where, obviously, in a stroke of a pen, they change their whole life for their family as well. I mean, one understands that.
True.
Good point. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I hear you better now.
All right, because I think we're getting ready to go back into the show.
Okay. Are you guys on live right now?
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program. The ONA virus spreading across America thanks to XM Satellite Radio. On the phone line, we got Dick Vitale. Hey, Dick.
How you doing, guys? What's going on, man?
There he is. What's going on? It's been a long time since we've talked to you. I think we talked to you once on the old show back at WNEW.
Well, let me tell you this, man. I know you've not been following college hoops like you should, and you've missed a heck of a lot. Let me tell you, it has been absolutely phenomenal. This year probably better than in the last decade because so many kids came back to school and didn't go chase those crazy dreams thinking about the NBA. We had so many great players return, like the kids at Kansas and North Carolina, and it's just been a phenomenal year. And March Madness is going to be absolutely awesome, baby.
Yeah. And I got to tell you, I've been following college basketball this year like no one's business, man. And I think you're right because a lot of these guys didn't jump to the pros, you know. So these college teams are all stacked with a lot of talent.
Yeah, you're right there. There's no question. Opie and Anthony, let me tell you something. I got fired in the pros because my guards look like you two suckers, man, and that's why I got the Ziggy.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man, Kentucky, Duke, Wake Forest, North Carolina, Illinois. Could be anyone's tournament this year, huh?
Well, I think there's about a dozen teams that could win 6 games in a row. I think there are a lot of teams, could go on and win 2 games and get to the Sweet 16. But then you start to separate them when you talk about winning 6 in a row and being a national champion. You just right now hit some of the great ones. Right now, I look at some of the number 1 seeds will probably be Illinois, Wake Forest, certainly North Carolina, and I think Kentucky might sneak in and get a number 1 seed.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Syracuse, a long shot, I'm thinking, this year, but they're in it again.
Well, no, Syracuse is going to be a very dangerous team with that 2-3 zone, and certainly if Jerry McNamara and Hakeem Warwick, a great tandem, if they get any help, they need a third guy to step up and be big and score consistently.
Tell me about it. They could that kid that comes off the bench. Oh God, what's his name?
Roberts.
Yes, Roberts.
Roberts or McCroskey or a guy like Pace is certainly a guy that can give them point production, but they need somebody to help. Certainly, they're big too, and they can create problems. I think Connecticut's as hot as anybody, and the reason is Marcus Williams is probably the most improved player in America. He has really improved at the guard spot, and their front court for Jim Calhoun has been sensational. Villanueva, Boone, and certainly Rudy Gay.
Yeah, and with him, shooting those jumpers from the outside, it opens up the middle for the dude on Connecticut there.
Yeah, I tell you what, you know your hoops, man.
Yeah, I know.
That defense, baby.
That's right. I mean, you spread the floor, then you can get the ball in the middle to... What's the guy's name on Connecticut? I can't believe
it. Are you thinking about Boone or Villanueva?
Yes! Yes, of course.
Yep.
And what do you think of Gonzaga this year?
Gonzaga is a very, very dangerous basketball team. Certainly no longer a surprise team, but a team that certainly is going to create problems again, and very talented, and just won their conference tournament over a really good St. Mary's team. And I'm telling you, St. Mary's is good. They won 25 games. I hope the selection committee considers and certainly puts them in a tournament they deserve to be in.
Sure, yeah. Gonzaga, I believe they're rated 10th in the nation now?
Yeah, they're up there high, and I think they'll be certainly like a number 3 seed or 4 at worst. And I think, again, a team that you'd certainly put in that category as one of the 12 that would have a chance. And we haven't had a team win the national title or even get to the Final Four from the non-mega conferences, and they're one that can. The last time it happened was like in '79 when we had a kid from French Lick, Indiana named Larry Bird. We had the Magic Man there, and we had certainly the University of Pennsylvania was there as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very exciting tournament this year.
Hey, Dick, the injuries are going to hurt Boston College?
Boston College is certainly a club that, has been a real surprise. In fact, Al Skinner would be my National Coach of the Year on my awards. He's done a phenomenal job with that program, and certainly a dangerous basketball team. But I just wonder about their guard play. If it's good enough to be able to march on to get, when we talk about that special place at the Final Four.
Yeah, I hear you. Not many people are talking about Maryland this year.
Well, Maryland's right now, is hanging by a thread.
Barely, right?
They may be playing the NIT, man, for the NIT championship unless they get some wins. They got to play Clemson tomorrow in a tournament down in the ACC, and that's a must game for them because they've lost their last 3 in a row. And the bottom line is they need a win badly. They're 7-9 in conference play. I think if I were on a committee, And it's truly the 34 best at-large teams that get selected after the 31 automatic berths. There's no one in their right mind can convince me that Maryland and Georgia Tech aren't two of the best 34 teams that are there. But again, you look at 7 and 9 in conference play, that becomes scary in the eyes of the tourney people that select.
But, Dick, are the injuries going to hurt Georgia Tech this year in the tournament?
Well, you know, the injuries hurt them earlier in the year, but now they got everybody back. And Georgia Tech, a club that I think will be in a tournament. They had the big win over Clemson for them. That was major, and over Miami. So they're sitting at 8-8. And I think they'll be in a tournament. And they're one of those dangerous teams. If they're a number 7 or 8 seed, I mean, how would you like to play them in the second round if you're a number 1 or 2 seed?
Wow.
I mean, that would be a dangerous spot.
Absolutely.
Yep. Dick, who do you think has the heart of a champion this year?
I think the champ's going to come out of Chapel Hill. I really do. I think that when I look at North Carolina this year, I think it's going to be their year to celebrate. I think Roy Williams is going to finally get that national title that has just escaped him down at Kansas. I like this club. I like their offensive ability. I like their commitment to the side on defense. I love the combination of Felton and May. They got a great freshman in Marvin Williams, the magnificent one, Marvelous Marvin. I'll tell you, I really like North Carolina. Don't count out Duke, obviously. They got some tough kids, well coached, and they got J.J. Redick, who I would right now, if I would cast my ballot today, in fact, I'm casting it today for the John Wooden Award, and my ballot, I'm telling you guys first, Opie Anthony, the National Player of the Year. I'm going down to Durham, North Carolina, and I'm going, yes, past the envelope, J.J. Redick.
Oh, without a doubt. I like your choice. Of course. Yeah. You know, but some of the fellas on Illinois would have something to say about that.
Yeah, they got a great guard combination. I'll tell you,
what a
threesome, and Williams and Brown, and certainly Luther Head. All three have been dynamite all year, lost that heartbreaker to Ohio State, but they accomplished their first goal. That was the Big Ten championship, and now they're chasing the Big Ten tournament.
Dick, we're getting some instant feedbacks here. Someone's talking about Duke being a good team, but they're saying that the injuries may...
The injuries to Duke?
Right.
Well...
I can barely hear you now, Opie.
No, that was Norton. He was talking about the injuries to Duke, but...
Yeah, you know, they lost Sean Dockery, and that's certainly going to hurt. But they got the big three when you talk about Redick and Ewing and Sheldon Williams and good support players. And Lee Melchione has been an incredibly improved player and really has come on big, giving them a three-point threat. So they've been able, as long as they can put support players around those three, they got a chance to win. And they got kids that play so hard. Watch Arizona, too, coming out of the West. Arizona is a very dangerous basketball team. Salim Stoudemire's had a phenomenal year this year. He's just done really a great job, especially at clutch time. And Lute Olson knows how to win. I mean, the guy's a big-time Hall of Famer and knows how to win. So Arizona, you know, Washington's going to be very dangerous. They're very explosive.
Yep.
So the Pac-10 is a lot better this year than they've been in the past.
Yeah, the Big East isn't really representing this year that much, but...
Connecticut, Syracuse, I'll tell you, the Big East is a very deep conference, maybe the deepest in America. In fact, they're going to have probably, I think you're going to, 7 teams are going to come out of the Big East.
Sure. Well, how about this, Dick, your Final Four?
My Final Four, you guys put me on the spot big time, man. I haven't seen the draw, but right now I'd go with probably Illinois, Wake Forest, North Carolina, and I'm not sure the fourth. See, I don't go to the RPI, guys. I go to the Vitale Ball Dome Index. I go right to my Ball Dome, my VBDI, and it has not been able to give me a fourth team yet. I have 3, but I can't get the fourth. I have to wait till these tournaments play out at all these conferences. So right now the VBDI is telling me, Dickie V, wait a minute, baby, and you guys better go get FHM. Go get that magazine, because they did a feature on me in that magazine. And don't you dare to look at the other side of where they did the article on me. See, the problem is nobody's going to read my article when they go to the other side of the page.
Oh, my God! All right, well, you said it all. Well, what is that article about?
It's all about the tournament.
Yeah.
All about the tournament, Q&A, about working in television. Sure. I hope you guys have seen my DiGiorno ad flying through the air in Duncan.
I got to tell you, hilarious.
The DiGiorno Pizza, there's a guy 65, acting 12, Duncan. Remember what I told you now. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno, baby. Well, I got a new one coming out with Pontiac. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's coming out on Sunday with Greg Gumbel. And then I got one with Hooters that's a lot of fun where I'm going fishing. And the Hooter girl says, I just
plugs
caught
more
a
than you, Jimmy.
largemouth. Oh man, she really hurt me, man. Saying she caught a nice large mouth. But I'll tell you this, I'm so happy with the Hooters people because they've donated over $300,000 to one of my favorite charities in memory of my buddy Jim Valvano, the Jimmy V Foundation for Cancer Research. And guys, if you can just simply help us out, we're trying to raise money for battling cancer. Just anybody that would like to help us, call 1-800-4-JIMMY-V. 1-800-4-JIMMY-V, and let's beat that disease that comes after all of us. Whether we're rich, we're poor, we're black, we're white, we're Catholic, we're Jewish, it doesn't matter, man. It comes after all of us. And the only way we're going to beat it is by raising dollars.
All right. Dick Vitale, it's always a pleasure.
Hey, guys, you want to find out more about the tournament?
Yeah.
Go to my website. Just go to DickVitaleOnline.com. Every day I put up who the teams to watch, all kinds of information about the tournament. Make sure you go to my website and make sure when you go there, Opie, I know you need it. You better buy a Dickie V alarm clock to wake you up in the morning. Oh, my God.
Now, you plug whore. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Dick, you're picking Wake Forest. A lot of people are not picking them to go as far as you are.
Well, you know, Wake Forest, a lot of people think they're going to get bumped out because they don't defend really exceptionally well. They rely on their offense. But something tells me they're going to respond in the tournament and play on a defensive side as well.
But what about the injuries to the defense?
What's about the what?
What about the injuries to the defense?
Well, you know, he said something about their defense, right?
The injuries.
Injuries to the defense.
No, their defense really is a situation where they just got to make a commitment. If they focus defensively, I mean, they got themselves a heck of a cast of players. Chris Paul's as good as it gets at the guard slot. In fact, I'll lay on you my All-American team since I gave him my Player of the Year. Chris Paul will be my point guard. J.J. Redick, my scoring guard. Hakeem Warwick will be one of my forwards from Syracuse. Wayne Simeon would be my other forward. And we're going from down to Utah, man. Remember this name, Andrew Bogut, 7 foot from Australia. Has been absolutely super for Utah. Now, look, I even gave you my all-star, my All-American solid gold team.
I hear you.
I got to get a TO, baby.
Dick, the only problem is Connecticut guarding the perimeter. Can they do it?
Yeah, they can guard the perimeter. I'll tell you one thing, man. You're a little bit down on the Big East. Don't be so down on them.
Well,
yeah.
You know.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So. Dick, I thought I knew a lot about college basketball, man, but you embarrass me every time.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I wish I had your nice youth, your cash. Loan me some cash, man. I heard you guys are breaking the bank.
Well, yeah, we make a lot of money, and we got, we got big ones. So.
Well, then just make a nice check out to the Jimmy V Foundation for Cancer Research, will you?
There you go.
Hey, let's not forget about that kid Ewing, though.
Yeah, not bad.
He's very impressive. I think he's going to do a lot in this tournament. So.
All right, man, I got to go.
All right, Dick, thank you.
Right,
it's Dick Vitale, everyone. Oh,
Bye.
Dick. Dick.
Yeah, I hear you.
You scumbag, Opie. Oh, my God.
He's good.
It's a switch. It's a switch with him. God, was that funny. Yeah, okay, we're on. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, baby.
He rocks.
Where's that, Steve? Get Steve in here.
What happened?
There's, did you pull the sound from that Dick Vitale goes apeshit?
That's what I just handed Opie.
Oh, my God. I watched the video. I hear he had a problem with it.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to wait till he was off the air. He had a big problem with this Camp Chaos bit called Dick Vitale Goes Apeshit, so I pulled the audio from it. And
it's a flash animation.
Yeah.
Online, that's hysterical. It's Dick Vitale. He's out there talking. He's announcing, and it's just awful language and him doing awful things to himself. And it's very funny. I don't know what website it's on. Could you get it?
Oh, we should have brought it up to him. No?
It's Camp Chaos.
Camp Chaos, but we have the audio here.
Yeah.
He didn't like it. None.
No.
I heard.
No.
None too much.
All right, let's take a listen to this.
I can hardly contain myself, because we're coming up on the final stretch, the road to the big-ass gold trophy, baby! I'll bet you $100 that I can finish the rest of this pregame report with a rusty farm tool lodged in my skull, baby!
Dick? Yeah, jeez. Is he dead? Check his
see if he's dead, please. Holy shit! That was like a diaper dandy in Cupcake City, baby! $100 for me, you fuck faces! Dickie V can continue this report with a farm tool in his skull and with his genitals smashed by a topless midget with a sledgehammer, baby! Oh, God! Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers! My pecker is like iron, like a Marconi man, baby! March Madness kicks ass! And the next round is gonna be a dipsy-do, baby! And that'll be the upset in today's matchup, baby! I'm Dickie V! Enjoy the awesome game coming up, baby!
Wow, we just lived through that.
I know.
But the video of that is up online?
Oh, yeah. It's
Camp
very
Chaos?
funny. Yeah,
which is
Camp
a great.
Chaos.
That is a great website to go to. So, all right, well, I hope people enjoyed that interview.
It's very funny.
Because I'll tell you one thing: we don't know anything about college.
No, that was all written down on these like prep sheets. Like you could fake it because you do know a lot about basketball.
A little bit.
Jimmy, I like it was nothing. Just
the
about
same
the
injury question, and I almost laughed at one time.
Almost,
you did.
I just
you couldn't even get the question out. What about the injury?
To enjoy that in the replay, just realize I do follow college basketball. I didn't watch one game this year for whatever reasons. I had none of us had a clue, and we pulled it off.
I hate college basketball. I never watch it.
Oh.
I know nothing about it.
Could you tell who didn't have the sheet in front of him? I didn't say a peep. I'm just like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. What do I know? Very funny, Dick Vitale.
Okay. We'll step aside. What? Steven Piercy's coming in at 8, yeah. And then some gay, black... Curtis, the gay black rapper.
He works at Caroline's, yeah. You know Curtis. You met Curtis before.
He's gay?
You got to be thinking of a different guy.
Not the big guy.
No.
With the massive, like, earring thing.
You'll know when you see him. He's been there for years. He was a gay rapper a long time ago.
I have no idea who he is, and I've been there a million times.
Curtis is great.
And then Tawny Peaks is just calling to say hi.
Who's Tawny Peaks?
Porn star.
Oh.
That always works. Talking to a porn star
on the phone.
Why not? You never know.
Get her bio. We'll fake that interview, too.
On the phone? Why would we do anything with a porn star on the phone?
Sold her boobs.
She sold her what?
She sold her boobs, Ben?
She sold her implants on eBay.
How much did she get for that?
That Steve's bringing in.
That's like,
dude, we were at the porn convention. Who would buy that?
True.
Who would buy that?
Steve.
Are you kidding me?
Steve.
That's proudly displayed in some, psycho's home right now.
Ugh.
Use it as a paperweight or something.
Blood on it. That's disgusting.
All right, we'll step aside and we'll continue.
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the Owen virus.
And the brother said that he returned to Jackson's two-bedroom suite at Neverland after watching a movie in the Rancher Theater, planning to go to sleep. He said he found Jackson on his back, eyes closed, with his right hand in his underwear, while Jackson's left hand was in his brother's pants. His brother turned away from Jackson, was asleep and kind of snoring, the brother said.
I read that and thought of your story.
Now I can relate to this situation.
Chuck, have you ever heard this?
No. You know, I'm thinking of building a bunch of tree forts at Neverland. Yeah, I was in California, and a friend of mine, this friend Richard, we'd been friends for years and years and years. We decided to sleep out at the ranch where we kept our horses. So we go up into the treehouse, and we're talking about everything, girls, horses, everything. And finally time to go to sleep.
Right.
So I'm laying there trying to get to sleep, and I hear him kind of lean over, and he goes, oh, God. And this was after, you're kids, so you have a few beers and stuff, so I guess he was loosened up enough. So all I could do is sit there and go. And I'm going, oh my God, just make believe you're asleep. Just make believe you're asleep. So. Just trying to get him off my scent, you know?
You're not sure whether you can roll over or not.
I'll give you a blowjob. Just trying my best not to budge. Like, wow, if he's sweating, if he's sleeping, why does he have a cold sweat dripping down his head like that? Oh, it was awful. So, yeah, I can relate to that kid. Poor bastard.
Let's call Richard now, shall we?
Richard.
So Michael Jackson.
That would be funny.
Michael Jackson was doing the same thing.
What were you thinking?
So Jackson was doing the same thing.
Perhaps he was doing. We drink some Jesus juice. Go up into the Neverland tree, boy.
Sleeping, Michael. The chemo makes me sleepy.
Oh, how awful. Poor little cancer kid has to deal with Michael Jackson's hand down his pants. Probably laying there like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
That's when he thought his life couldn't get any worse.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
The virus is out. I repeat, the virus is out.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading. The Opie and Anthony Show. XM 202.
Unleash the power of XM performance in your home. Enjoy the best radio experience from a component-style tuner that delivers XM's highest quality sound. Introducing the Polk XRT-12 XM reference tuner, the world's first XM component tuner designed for your home stereo system. Plus, added to your family plan, you can add up to 4 additional XM radios for only $6.99 a month per radio. Discover the full sonic potential of XM satellite radio in your home. Go to xmradio.com to learn more about the Polk reference tuner.
We've made it even easier for you to give XM service with XM gift cards. It's a convenient and flexible way to give XM service. And you can order gift cards, XM radios, accessories, and gear at the XM Radio online store. Check out XM's online store at xmradio.com.
Jim Norton from the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hi, Angel.
Live.
Hey, Baltimore, you and your awful accents. This is Jim Norton, and I'll be at the Improv in that shitty harbor area you have, March 10 through 13, Baltimore. The box office for the Baltimore Improv is 410-727-8500, Baltimore. Ugh.
For more information, check out Jim's website at eatobullet.com.
Okay, these are good, right? These are really, I'm very good at cutting the radio spot.
It's the O&A virus. XM 202. XM news, talk, sports, and information. It's everything all the time.
Opie and Anthony, XM 202.
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Spring right around the corner for us here in New York, and then we'll really start paying attention to it. It's a great, great thing. At this point, just get your WOW stickers. If you don't have one, self-addressed stamped envelope to us here in New York will get the job done. The address is up on opieandanthony.com, so just find a computer, and we'll send the WOW stickers out to you immediately.
It's like WOW spring training. It's only happening right now. It's not really official. Down south.
Yeah, we got the B squad and the split squad.
Yeah.
And, Randy Johnson's only, throwing 3 pitches,
Yeah, just warming up.
We're just warming up, but the season will start soon enough. Mm-hmm. And we'll all be into it. We'll be very, very excited. Also, don't forget, we're broadcasting live a week from today, I guess, right? Today, Thursday?
No,
today's Wednesday.
Oh.
Wow, you just can't get that St. Patty's thing down.
No, I'm still under the weather too. But
Thursday the 17th.
What an idiot! How stupid am I?
How?
Let's acknowledge how stupid I am. I'm talking about Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Oh, and then you say what day is? It's a week, right? Thursday.
I'm on some heavy crap.
Some good medication.
Some good shit. No, a week from tomorrow, we're broadcasting live from the Hard Rock Cafe right down the street.
Yes.
For St. Patty's Day. And we're going to have a lot of fun there.
Join us in the morning.
I'd imagine that there'll be some wowing. Your brother's going to do some stuff.
Sure.
We got some MiFis to give away. It's starting to shape up to be a nice
an event.
A nice live broadcast, so
yeah.
Keep listening for more details, okay? All right, we got some audio to play.
What have we got?
Well, we got the Diary of a Dead Dog, which is just hilarious. Hilarious.
We'll put that together.
But before that, I want to just play this thing real fast. Steve just brought this in. I don't even know where he got it. Listen to this.
No, I'll give you a better one. Hold on. Oh. That's gonna make you sick. You want more, right?
That sounds like audio I heard from Lucy and Ness. It's two British chicks that used to do this scat website.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could not find that's probably not it.
It's a queef.
Yeah, it's
is that what it is?
Queefing and laughing at the same time.
Queefing and laughing.
Yeah.
So she's sucking air in, blowing it out.
Yeah. No.
All right. Kind of.
What's wrong?
It skeeves me, queefing.
Why?
Mm-hmm. Just awful. Because air just rushes in fresh and rushes out not fresh.
Most girls get really embarrassed when that happens.
They should be.
Why?
Stinky, dirty, open holes creating a hazard in the bedroom.
It just means they're really into it.
Yeah, really a big pocket just sucking all the oxygen out of the room.
You just got to calm them down a little bit.
Calm.
Right. Air pump.
All right, well, we have that.
Couldn't tell what it was, though. Like when you just played it.
Oh, I know.
Couldn't tell what it was. It sounded like it was fake farting or something.
No, I wanted to, have people guessing at home, and now they know we can play it again here, and it'll all make sense.
No, I'll give you a better one. Hold on.
Ooh.
That's gonna make you sick. You want more, right?
Making me sick.
Awful.
It's not supposed to be a sexual thing. It's supposed to be just a goofy, funny thing. It's funny, right?
No, it's not. The only time I want to hear that sound is if a truck tire is running her stomach over.
The last one.
Yeah, just pushes. She's got stockings on and the air is forced out so much her shoes just rocket off her feet and hit pedestrians.
Fills her pantyhose up like sausage casings.
Well, we have Diary of a Dead Dog, but I think we need to explain this. Because maybe people didn't hear Diary of an Unborn Child.
Diary of an Unborn Child.
And then maybe people didn't hear about the Don and Mike thing.
Yeah. Well, Don and Mike, who was Don's dog, he ran it over in the driveway. Ran over little Rudy and killed him. Little Rudy. Arf, arf! And he was a little distraught about that.
He had to take a day off from work.
Yeah.
And his wife wrote some kind of eulogy on the on the website about
tribute.
How much the dog meant to them and stuff like that, and it was just awful.
And Don killed it, just ran it over. Nice. And then there was a Diary of an Unborn Child, which was this I don't know, monologue from this unborn child, a fetus in the womb.
It's some people saying the funniest thing we've done since coming to XM Satellite Radio, and that bit is up on opieandanthony.com and foundrymusic.com in case you missed it.
This little childlike voice talking about how it's growing in the womb and how it can't wait to come out and see its mommy and
see the world.
It said it as an example says something like September 15th, my fingernails are growing, and gives like a little blow-by-blow description of a child growing in the womb, waiting to come out and meet its loving mommy, and it turns out just short of reaching its third or fourth month or something like that. The mommy has an abortion, and the little child inside just says, "Today, Mommy killed me."
Right.
Comes out of the blue, and then sings some morbid song about how Mommy killed me. It's fantastic.
It's an amazing, amazing bit that we did last week on the show. But
I guess somebody took both of those ideas, like peanut butter and chocolate, and put them together and made something more gooder.
Yeah, this is called Diary of a Dead Dog.
Uh-huh.
In honor of Don, whose real name is Mike.
Yeah.
In honor of Mike running over his little pet.
Yeah.
As he was leaving his driveway.
August 2002. I'm a cute little puppy in a pet store on the Upper East Side of New York. I'm a Cairn Terrier, and boy am I cute. September 2002. I can't wait for a family to take me home. Look at this lady. I hope it's not her. She looks like a real twat. Christmas 2002. That fucking twat brought me home, and it sucks here. I keep hearing two words. Career and failure. February 2003. It's Valentine's Day, and the fat fuck named Mike still hasn't brushed his teeth. I think I'll shit on his pillow. September 2003. I hate it here. I've been here for 7 dog years. Nothing works here. The mouthwash doesn't work. Thanksgiving 2003. I'd rather lick my ass than kiss Mike. Did I mention they named me Rudy after the mayor of New York? These people are dumber than the ball I chase. March 2004. That cunt had my ballsack cut off. October 2004. I despise these freaks. I just ass-fucked Clank. That'll teach him to eat my kibble. February 2005. I'm running away. They'll never find me, and I'll be happy with a family that doesn't suck ass. March 2005. You killed me. You ran me over because you were late for work. You'll burn in hell. I trusted you, you fat fuck.
I trusted you, you fat fuck. Oh, very funny.
Bravo. Whoever sent that in.
Fantastic.
I'd give you credit, but it's not in front of me. The Diary of a Dead Dog.
That's
P.
hilarious.
Niggity. P. Niggity?
Yep. P. Niggity did that, huh?
Another P. Niggity creation, huh?
Very funny. Nothing works here. The mouthwash doesn't work.
Still waiting for Steven Piercy to show up.
Who's that? Oh,
ex-lead singer of Ratt.
Oh,
I went to look up some Ratt tribute bands. There are none.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm thinking they didn't really have enough songs, I guess. Maybe to merit a tribute band.
Well, they had that one song.
Round and Round.
Round and Round.
Round and Round. Everyone remembers Round and Round. But
and then there was...
Round and Round.
And then there was...
what was the follow-up hit to Round and Round?
Square by Square.
Are there any other hits by them?
Well, then there was that song...
Didn't they have a ballad?
Yeah, it was...
Yeah.
This?
Oh, I kind of remember this. Round and round. No, of course not. What, when the vocals kick in. Alright.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, I remember this one. Yeah. Wow. This certainly is the 80s.
Oh, yeah, lay it down.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That was it. Not quite Round and Round, but...
Well, his band has been called a one-hit wonder. Because
Really?
like VH1, like it matters if VH1 does it to you, but they did a whole one-hit wonder show, and Ratt...
I love those shows.
And Ratt was on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of Ratt fans out there would strongly disagree.
Did they beat Jenny Jenny in the one-hit wonder countdown? They beat the Jenny Jenny song?
Oh, by Tommy Two-Tone, right?
Right.
You know, oh, God, this story is to die for.
Oh.
I saw an interview about who that girl Jenny was.
Yeah.
And, like, what the song meant, and it really was a girl named Jenny, and that was her real phone number.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
that really
fascinating stuff.
I gotta tell you.
VH1.
Steve comes running in here with another song Ratt did. I guarantee no one in this room knows the song, but
And
Steve
is
does.
like, no, this is what
Because Steve's in a whole different world musically than the average, Joe.
Do you know what Foundry Music was originally? It's a heavy metal website.
Right, but Steve runs in like with this song like, duh, you missed this one.
Yeah.
And I guarantee that none of us in this room would know it.
All right, let's get
And
it
I spun music for a
you
very
did.
long time on the radio. Go ahead, hit it. This is called Way Cool Jr. by Ratt.
I might remember it. Maybe not.
Look at Steve. You don't know this song?
Yeah, what's the matter with you?
I might have heard it once or twice, but... Oh, Ben's coming in now saying it was a huge hit.
This was a huge hit in like...
Huge. Was it huge?
It was a big hit.
I never played this on the radio before.
I guarantee you played this at AAF.
No, we didn't play this at AAF.
No?
No way. I'm just waiting for the hook.
Yep.
Right here. Right about here.
Here it comes.
See, that's why radio...
The video was huge on MTV. At the end, they had a chick with a guitar that was naked walking.
Oh, wow. Jeez, that's every 80s video.
That was a big song.
I'll tell you, that's why radio stinks. Real radio, commercial radio, because the song's not bad at all. But I, as a DJ, never played that in my whole career.
Round and round.
Played round and round to death.
Yeah, of course.
That's why satellite radio is going to, completely explode.
Commercial radio does stink.
It blows.
But, yeah, I mean, that's a cool-sounding song, but to be honest with you, I never played it, never heard it in my life. So, speaking of the devil, I think that's him right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the guy. Yeah.
Got my camera. Where's my camera?
All right,
we're... Look at Jim. Where's my camera? Oh.
God, why is that mic so loud? It's giving me a headache.
Oh, somebody fix it.
Huh?
Somebody should fix that.
Well, then it's normal. But someone just has to just redo this studio.
Yeah. Here we go again.
They have to. Because it just throws you off your game. Ben wasn't really yelling, but in my head, it just gave me a migraine.
It's not from all the meds you're on?
I don't know.
You are acting like Bobby Fischer lately. I can hear the pieces sliding across the board. God damn it! Get those cheating communists out of here!
I am on edge, but I mean, Anthony's going through the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm constantly fiddling with the headphone volume here, and we didn't have to do that until yesterday and today.
I hope they fix this by the time I'm doing my own show and I have John Kerry on or something and I'm interviewing.
And then no one's going to give you a chance with your new show because it's not like the old show. Even though you're talented enough to do a whole different thing, people will be like, wait, where are the naked chicks? And
I do a whole thing on the...
And where's the silly banter about ordering food and stuff?
Taking calls, trying to take calls on the Syrian pullout of Lebanon, and people would go, hey, dude, do some Reagan.
Right.
I'd just be like, oh, forget it. I'll shoot myself in the head.
WOW would stand for Wire on the World. That would be your... that would be when you do the international stories.
Oh, God damn it.
Am I yelling?
No, it's just bothering me now.
Oh. Yeah. Eric, rub up here, please.
No, Anthony's... I mean, and the meters are just pinned, but then I turn it down, and then... I don't know. Could they just send the big boss up here to just look at this place for 2 days?
Yeah.
Because things, I think, have to just be rewired at this point. I think everything's been patched together in such a weird way that...
Pull it all out, put new stuff in.
Just start from scratch, sort of.
A whole weekend or something where they could just rip everything out and run brand new stuff.
So now you're really low. So now I'm going to turn this up a little bit.
Yeah, good luck.
And then all of a sudden I'll get blasted out again.
Yes, you will.
And then just taken out of the game.
I'm trying to ride the mic, too, the whole day. If I'm talking low, I'm up here. If I have to go, suck your... Oh, I'm up here. But then I'm I gotta go way far away.
It's like acting. It's like old-timey radio. Where we, hey, it's footsteps.
We're coming off the premium. Hopefully, let's all set a goal.
Oh, a goal.
When we get off the premium, could everything work perfectly so we stop bitching and we could actually do radio every day without bitching about the equipment?
We'll
Please.
give it a try. That's our goal.
That's our goal, right?
The mics are loud enough to hear Jimmy take his phone call.
I'm sorry. You know what? My apologies. I would never do that.
You have to.
That was Taylor Law. Just calling to congratulate me. When I saw her number come up on the caller ID, that's how bad I want to fucking get my hands on her hot body. I will answer the phone in the middle of the radio show. I really am an asshole.
That's Taylor.
She's so hot, man.
Taylor Law from Philly.
Yeah, we love her. Ooh, do we love her?
Yeah, she's done a lot of great stuff for the radio program.
One thing
Anyway,
she hasn't done though.
let's go from hot Taylor Law to Kirstie Alley on Letterman.
Oh, for her new show?
Fat Actress. Anyone watch that last night? Was it on last night or 2 nights ago?
2 nights ago.
Nathaniel, you want to give a review?
Ooh.
You're the only one that watched it.
All her movies are popping up now, too. Did you notice this? I just saw...
Well, because she's hot again.
I know. I just saw Runaway with Tom Selleck, kisses Gene Simmons, and Kirstie Alley was in that one. She buys it. Gene Simmons actually sticks her in the back of the neck with a knife and kills her. She was in that. And then I saw this other one where she plays... who was that? That woman that was
Kate
feminist?
Smith?
No. She's the feminist that infiltrated the Playboy Mansion, Playboy bunnies. Yeah, kind of can't remember.
Certainly wasn't Gloria Steinem.
Yeah, well,
USA played Madhouse not too long ago. Her and John Larroquette. They've been rerunning that a lot, yeah.
Yeah, so all of a sudden all these bad movies come out and you go, why are they playing this? And then you realize, oh, because Kirstie Alley.
They're actually remaking Runaway. It's where she walks up to Gene and asks for an autograph, and that's what he does.
Nathaniel, Fat Actress.
It's basically an attempt at sort of a Curb Your Enthusiasm type show.
Really?
Sort of an unscripted thing.
Except... Curb Your Appetite.
Yeah.
Well,
I brought in some audio from it that's just painfully not funny.
The unfunny drops?
Yeah. I even labeled them as such. So there's no confusion.
So the show is awful?
Yeah, it's just her, like, whining and crying a lot, just making loud crying noises, which isn't funny or entertaining. So.
All right, let's...
She's trying to steal that whole Ann Nicole Smith vibe, which worked for a little while, the whole wacky, I'm so unpredictable and emotionally unstable, you never know what I'm going to do type of crap, and it's forced and disingenuous.
Well, that's the problem with Hollywood. You know, a show hits, and then everyone feels like they have to jump on top and just, rip off the idea.
Well, Ann Nicole stunk, too, because she was trying to... Ozzy's charisma of being unpredictable and on these medications, that was for real. He wasn't trying to play a character. He was just out of his mind. And, of course, she was trying to take it over the top, and she sucked.
Jim Greer from Long Island, jgreer@hotmail.com. Is that your email address? J-G-R-E-E-R? J. Greer?
J-G-R-E-E-R.
@hotmail.com.
What about
maybe our listeners can tell them why we're whining on the air and why we're whiny faggots on the air about this and why we should resolve it off the air like we haven't tried a million times. Yeah, maybe that's it. J. Greer, G-R-E-E-R, @hotmail.com. Maybe our listeners can email him and explain to him the situation. You fucking ass cock. Dick.
See, here's the problem. We discussed this off air, but nothing really gets done.
Right.
Sorry to say, Washington, but it just doesn't. And then it affects, our performance on the air.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of something, and then, the volume in your headphone gets so loud that it hurts.
Yeah.
What, you're supposed to make believe it's not happening and continue laughing at a bit or something?
Yeah, Jim, when you're at work and the gas pump breaks, you bitch about it right there when you're trying to pump someone's gas, right? You bitch about it right there on the spot. You don't wait until your workday's over, do you? Ass.
All right, so we got some drops from Fat Actress with Kirstie Alley. All right, see, that was really freaking loud.
Mm-hmm. It really was.
Oh, my God. It goes right through you. I'll turn down the volume, but then do it. Oh. I'll try this. I don't know. I'll turn down my headphone volume, but
Hello?
Kirstie, it's Sam. How's the diet going?
Really well. The pounds are just melting off.
What the hell
I think
is
that was her talking to her agent, and just like the joke is she's crying because she's fat.
Oh, but he says, how are you? And she says, really good. Like, wait a minute. So she's like, she seems sad, but she says good.
Yeah.
That's
so is this a reality show, or is this...
No,
it's fake. It's fake.
It's a fake reality show, kind of like Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Exactly. She's playing herself. Some other people are playing themselves, like John Travolta and like NBC execs.
Boy, does he need another Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Although Staying Alive was underrated.
Got a movie out right now.
Which one?
Oh, you said Travolta. Never mind.
I'm thinking Battles on Earth.
Be Cool, right?
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, he's got Be Cool, but that's, that doesn't look good. That's a stupid...
But that's what I'm saying. He's still trying.
Yeah, but he needs,
that should have been a good sequel.
He needs, one of those big movies that are really good.
And the real star of Pulp Fiction was Sam Jackson anyway. I mean, Travolta was very good.
Travolta was great.
But I still preferred Sam Jackson.
I think the dynamic between the two made Samuel L. Jackson look better. I don't think without Travolta it really would have worked.
All right, let's go to another clip here from Fat Actress.
Listen to me. Do you think they said to Marlon Brando, listen, hey, Marlon, you're a little bit too fucking fat to do Apocalypse?
They are all men.
I can play a man. I am an actress. I think that you're forgetting the fact that I have won, 2, 3 Emmys and Golden Globes and many People's Choice Awards. And that, you know what, Sam? That is People's Choice Award. All right? They can choose. They have a choice. And you know what? They chose me.
She compared herself to Brando as she was doing that awful acting just there.
Yeah, I just brought that one in because I thought it might piss some people off.
Too bad she can't compare herself to Cheyenne and hang herself.
That's pretty awkward. She compares herself to Brando and then does the worst acting job ever.
Yep.
Wow, that's really bad.
God, John, we got to work together. Did we have fun? Didn't we have fun? Let's do Look Who's Talking 4. Come on.
Oh, please.
Well, we haven't explored all the possibilities. I mean, we've never had talking cats. We haven't. We could have, Chris Rock be like the cat.
It's not a good idea.
Wow, this acting is really, really bad.
This bitch stinks.
Really
She's
awful.
Playing herself, too.
But it's not funny in an ironic way. It's not funny in a parody way. It just sucks. It's not detached and hip. Whoa, look what she's doing about the reality thing. She's kind of goofing on it.
Yeah.
It's awful on every level. Layer by layer, it stinks.
And she's not honest at all. When I saw this show, because it's been advertised all over the place, I was thinking it was an actual reality show.
Me too, yeah.
Where, this is what she goes through being fat in Hollywood and how she's, trying to get parts as she tries to lose the weight. So you see her dieting and really exercising and still taking the calls and slowly but surely losing the weight, and then people maybe started to pay more attention to her because that's what they do in Hollywood, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But this is all just play acting. It's awful.
And it's hack ideas, too. They talk about setting her up with a black man because they like big butts. It's just that's
I get
the next track, actually.
Let's name all the black men that we know.
Okay, I'm going to make a list. Black men.
LL Cool J.
Yes.
Lenny Kravitz. Those guys are always with model girls. They're with skinny ass
Kravitz
girls.
is too
Come on,
small
Kravitz
anyways,
is Nicole Kidman. Her ass is this big.
Colin Powell.
Oh, he's smart.
Yeah.
He's very
Is he
smart.
married to Condoleezza Rice?
No.
O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, no, my hair's a little too blonde for that right now.
No, true.
Wow.
All right. You got to smash that.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you guys would never ask me to pull drops from that again.
No,
so
I'm glad we at least...
that is awful.
At least we took a peek. Dude, I was going in, man.
Oh, I thought you were throwing it.
No way.
You got the assist.
I didn't give it to you for the slam dunk. That was going in from the three-point range.
No, you got the assist.
All right, so then that's some of the audio of the show. And then she went on David Letterman. This is quick. I'm sure David Letterman will kiss her ass.
I wonder what comedian he bumped to give her more time.
I didn't hear this before the show, but I guarantee he's kissing her ass, unfortunately. Need an honest talk show host. But then again, no one would go on it. Hence the Opie Anthony program. Come on.
This is like an old World War II submarine. It's like an old U-boat that we're in. You got to kick things and...
Sorry, Jim, but we're going to have to bitch again because, see, this is where the show is affected. I want to play a Letterman clip, but now I have to figure out what's wrong with the CD player. It says 0086.
Blow the ballast tanks.
Does anyone have a owner's manual for the CD player?
What error is it when it says 001?
86.
86.
That was probably the last year the equipment was working properly.
Sorry, Jim. I'll just make believe this isn't happening as the CD is jammed in the CD player.
Oh,
jammed
my
right in
God.
there.
It's totally...
Opie's hitting the eject button. Ah, there you go.
Does anyone do a Dave Letterman, impression? We'll just make believe this.
Yes, let me do a good Letterman impression. Well, Nathaniel, glad you came down and performed. Sit in the dressing room while the credits roll. You're bumped. How was that?
All right, well, now it's working.
Nathaniel, he would be thrilled by that anyway.
Thanks for my break. Yeah.
That he's actually there.
Mars, you know what? I don't think it's you because now it queued up. There's like weird gremlins in this studio. So here's Kirstie Alley on David Letterman.
Where did all of this begin, kind of the new you? When did this happen? What happened?
I think I just went on an eating spree.
Right.
And just kept it up. Mm-hmm. I'm one of those people that sort of more is better. And that's good for certain things.
Right. And then, did it get to the point where you thought, well, I've got to do something about this, or is it okay now?
Yes, it did, because, I have this goal to do handsprings when I'm 90. I don't know why, because I was sort of a gymnast, and I thought, I want to be able to do a handspring when I'm 90. So last summer I did my yearly handspring, and I almost broke my wrist. Mm-hmm. And I fell on my head, and then I fell flat on my back. And I think it was because I was so fat that I crushed myself.
Oh, she is incorrigible.
Stop it!
Oh, my goodness.
You know what she should be forced to do? Just stand there naked while audience members swing a mallet at her fat chest.
She was, considered pretty hot back in the old days.
Well, she's already started losing weight, and she's starting to look hot again.
I think she's a little over that hump, you know what I mean? Where I don't think she's ever going to be, that hot again.
Well, she's in her 50s.
Yeah.
Is she in her 50s?
Yeah, that's old in Hollywood.
Yeah. Sometimes the fat, as you get older, the fat keeps the wrinkles from showing, And then these chicks lose a lot of the weight, and then you realize that they're old. When she's fat, she's just like, wow, that's Kirstie Alley fat. It looks like she did when she was young, only like inflated with air or something. But then she loses weight. It might be grim. Who knows?
This might be another way of her justifying her career being over. She's saying, "Oh, I'm too fat for roles." Actually, she's too old.
Oh, there you go. And she's not getting roles anyway, and she could blame it on the fat.
I like the confidence of Nathaniel.
Yeah.
He's just now hanging out, being part of the show.
He really is just piping in, holding the chair, not confident enough yet. Slowly, here's what's going to happen.
He's ready to sit down. He's like, should I go for the sit down?
He'll be in mid-sentence, and he'll kind of pull it back, go, no, well, that's what happened. Right. And he'll move forward to the mic, and then as he'll back up, he'll just kind of accidentally pull down into it.
And he's part of the show.
Yeah. It's hilarious. He's having this whole debate in his head. The guys are really going with it. I'm on the air with them, and I brought in this audio, and they're appreciating me. Should I sit down and just join the show?
Is that debate going on in your head just like that?
It's like my legs are a little tired, and there is this seat right there in front of that microphone. No one's sitting there.
I won't interrupt.
Right. I'll just pipe in when I really feel confident.
Yeah. I thought it'd be a little presumptuous of me to just pop a squat and
sure,
start pointing at Derek to fire things. And
writing out little signs for me to read off. Yeah. Pieces of paper, sure.
All right, here's another clip from Letterman.
And when people like myself would make jokes about you being fat.
Oh, God, I thought it was so funny.
See, Paul, there you go.
No.
That's why she's here.
I just thought it was so always.
Wait, so if you're the host, you can make fun of people being fat, but if you're a comic performing on the show, no victims in the jokes.
Might offend somebody.
I see.
Yeah.
You know what? You're missing something else, though, in that audio. And I'm going to back up.
All right.
Uh-oh.
You could tell that she does not think it's funny at all.
Doesn't. No fatty thinks it's funny.
Nope, you're right.
Being made fun of.
You could just tell because she's trying to really sell it.
Even Pat from Munaki's got those tears running down those red cheeks of his.
Right.
I'm sure.
Listen again as she tries to sell the fact that she thinks it's funny when people make fun of her fatness.
Yes.
And when people like myself would make jokes about you being fat.
Oh, God, I thought it was so funny.
See, Paul, there you go.
No.
That's why she's here.
I just thought it was so always so funny.
See how she's just over the top selling it? No, I'm telling you, it's so funny.
Believe me, it's perfectly fine.
No, it's not.
I did.
Somebody with a sense of humor for a change.
Yeah, it made me want to party in your pants.
What? Yeah. Even with you in there, it wouldn't be that crowded.
I'd say that's a compelling interview.
All right, we have one more clip,
Compelling.
and we'll move on. Because Steven Piercy's like, what the F is going on? I'm just sitting here. We'll get him in a second here. But one more clip from David Letterman.
And is this something that, is this part of your goal? You're striving to get back into that more active dating?
I want to be promiscuous.
Yeah. All right.
Slightly.
Yeah.
Did you have a promiscuous time?
Yes, I did.
Well, see, I didn't.
You didn't really?
I didn't really. I'm one of the girls that you make out with me, you marry me. Okay?
Yeah.
But I don't want to be that anymore.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't want to be that girl.
Yeah.
I want to be the girl that you have an affair with for a year, and then we have to part ways and pretend like we're sad and cry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I would think that there would be quite a lot of men who would be interested in that with you.
Yeah, those are fatty lovers. There's guys like that, freaks.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But is there anything wrong with that, really?
I think it is if you only want to bang fat girls, yeah.
If you only want to bang fat girls.
Oh, Letterman's a great show.
Like talking to Noel Coward.
Oh, that's funny. What a show.
That's great. Great stuff.
You know what she reminds me of? She reminds me of a black guy running around with a Sambo mask. The way she's selling herself and pretending it's all... She's a black guy running around going, "How you doing, boss?"
Yes.
And pretending that he gets the joke and he's comfortable with the joke when really he wants to cut your throat for laughing along with him.
She's step it, fetch it, and eat it.
She's step and break it.
She's gonna sell the whole fat thing because that's what's happening for her right now and giving her all this attention.
Yeah.
But let's fast forward a couple years. The fat actress show goes away, and then you see Kirstie Alley balloon back up to where she is because that's what she that's her body type and what she's gonna want to do. That's why most diets don't work. They work for a short time, and then somewhere in your subconscious you just want to eat and you want to snack and you want to do this, and slowly but surely you get fat again, right?
Something tells me she eats a lot to get that fat.
Well, and she will again.
Yeah.
So when this project's over, it's not about her being fat anymore, and you see her on the street and you call her fat. Yeah, see how much she really enjoys it.
Yeah.
Banging fat chicks.
All right, why don't we take a quick break and get Steven Piercy in here? And yeah, actually there was one today. Curtis, the gay rapper. He's out here as well, so. I came up with something years ago. Basically, it says
Whip 'em out Wednesday.
Big, luscious, juicy ones.
Wow.
The swinging tribute to unrestrained female anatomy.
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
The Opie and Anthony Show. XM 202. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Hi, welcome back to the program. Hope he's got a full mouth. Hey, how about this? That mic that Opie says is too loud in his headphones is blaring over the radio. Everything you hear loud, we hear loud. Even you and Opie, when you raise your voices just a smidge, it comes over ear splitting. I know it doesn't help, but thought you might like to know.
Can I say the important part of that email is the fact that he wrote smidge?
Smidge.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Being mocked for smidge.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's wrecking the program today.
Yeah.
Because it's just taking us out of the game.
That's why asshead, Jay Greer. That's why jack off. That's why we bring it up on the air, because the listeners do.
See, now you're really loud in my headphones, but there's levels I could ride here to help us out a little bit. The levels are fine. So that's what doesn't make sense.
Nothing makes sense.
So then, like, Jimmy will talk. His mic will be a little low, so then I turn that up, and then all of a sudden, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
How's my level today, guys?
Pretty loud.
It sounds a little high.
Loud through my headphones.
That's what it sounds like.
It's loud through my headphones, but the meter says it's fine.
But if I turn my headphones down where it's not loud anymore, then I can't hear me.
Right. Well, mine have to be actually.
Ow!
See, that hurt.
That was really
I'm not
loud.
yelling though. I'm just talking normal.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Contractually, mine have to be a little louder because the people at HBO want to hear me.
Stupid Jimmy too. He's like,
Yeah.
guys, did I tell you I have to leave at 9:30 today? You
No, I did say that, but
he got here at 7:15. I'm like, oh, it must be nice to be part of HBO now, where you can just come and go when you want. You know,
9:30.
he's got a dentist appointment. I'm assuming he's just getting all his teeth capped like they do in Hollywood.
No,
Only a matter of time.
You're gonna come in with those awful, perfect white big teeth
like Voss.
Well, no, he went to a bad dentist.
No, I'm not changing.
Most guys go to that get that done, go to a real one.
You'll be out there. You talk to those people long enough. Really, lipo? I could get and then you'll get some lipo,
some implants.
Listen to me, Gregory, Anthony.
Yes.
Things are going to be the same. I actually just want to go for a cleaning, and this woman comes extremely highly recommended. It's the only appointment she can get me was today. I made this like 2 weeks
You
ago.
got a recommendation for a cleaning?
She's supposed to be very good. I don't
HBO
trust.
says that she's very
Well,
good.
I think Gandolfini may go to her,
Oh,
and maybe a few other my coworkers at the company.
Coworkers at the company.
You know, I may call James later and just ask if he can send the car for me to get the ride out
Yeah,
there.
I guess sure.
All right, well.
Must be nice.
When was the last time you got your teeth cleaned?
It's been a while. But I floss and brush every day. I'm very
you might be all right then.
Oh, I'm fine. I don't have huge buildup. I mean,
But it's still going to take that dang and scrape.
yeah, you have to be under a little gas.
A scrape behind the
Scrape.
teeth. That's where it really starts
Get
hurting.
under the gums.
Do you get gas for the cleaning?
Bob Kelly did, because he's the one that recommended this one, but he said that because they really good.
Does he try to fuck the little sink that you rinse in, that you spit out, the little swirly sink?
You want to hear something beyond gross? Probably the worst procedure you could get if you go to a dentist. I know a guy. I don't want to call him out. I think I might have been a few years ago because we told the same little story. But a friend of mine, his teeth got so bad.
Oh, yeah.
So bad, I guess there's a procedure because your gums start dropping and stuff and they can't get under anymore.
Ooh.
So the procedure is they cut your gums and then fold them down in sections.
Wow.
So they could clean way deep, so you won't have other problems as you move on with your life. Could you imagine?
No.
They actually take like a.
I imagine you're under.
Oh, great! You're not under forever.
No, you come back
and
out.
then they sew you up, and it's so painful. Supposedly, it's like 4 different visits because they. Here you go. Front of the bottom teeth, right here, the gum. Slice in the back, fold down, and then they clean that section. Ow. They get the gums back in its place, let that heal for a while, and then you make another visit, and slice, fold it back down, do that section.
It's nice. Only half your mouth stinks at a time.
So it's like I think it's 4 visits. I think they do it in sections of in 4 sections. So could you imagine?
No.
No.
Yeah, we got to get.
Let's get our guest in here.
Come on,
out there.
let's go.
Hawk, let's move it.
I knew as soon as they started fiddling with your latest problem, I was going to mess up the whole studio. I just knew it.
Of course.
Instead of just figuring out what button was pushed that created the latest problem.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, Steven, I'm sorry to make you wait so long. You might need the headphones.
I need these?
Well, the studio, it just has a lot of gremlins.
I got it.
We're still kind of fine-tuning the place.
Where's my volume? Oh, here it is.
There you go.
How's that sound?
Beautiful.
Perfect, right?
Yes.
Steven Piercy, obviously, of Ratt fame.
Yeah.
I'm the rat bastard. No.
You're the Rat Bastard.
I'm just the guy who created that beast, That's about it.
What, other guys hijack it now, or what happened?
I wouldn't like to dwell on that stupid subject because it actually gets resolved one way or another next week, actually.
Next week has been going on for years.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have the band Ratt had 2 entities corporate, one for touring and one for, making the records and visual audio DVD. And I didn't voluntarily quit. I just said, we got to step back here in 2000, and they go, no, we're going to keep going, we're going to do this, and milk everybody for whatever, and I'm like, we haven't even gotten on our feet yet here, They got another, they go, we're getting nursing, I go, well, whoop-de-doo. I wasn't ready to do anything, I was a mess,
Yeah.
every which way around, and...
A mess in what way? Anything you want to talk about? Yeah. Come on.
just think.
Come on, bring it on.
Just think bad. And
just think real bad?
Yeah, and I'm squeaky clean the last few. But anyway, So it didn't go down. I didn't tour, and I just nothing gets in my way. I just went around over and under and just started a new project and went out again. And all of a sudden they had a singer and blah blah. I'm like, well, whoop-de-doo. Just make sure you pay me per se contract.
Yeah.
And when you decide to do a record, make sure you get a hold of me because you're going to need my signature to do it. So they decided, well, we're not going to make a record, but we're going to tour our asses off and fool everybody and tell them you're the singer when you're not.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So what happened, and I got pissed, and then the end result, it went to the highest whatever on the land, and it's interesting because I really don't want to talk about it much because, I've been working on this book.
Yeah, but
Rat
it's kind
Tales
of a background.
Yeah, but I've been working on this book, Rat Tales, for a long time, and I'm just waiting on this one thing to fucking close so I can have closure so I can finish this thing,
Yeah.
So it's actually good. It's all good still.
I just want to know, because I was reading about the name itself.
Yeah.
And there's an argument over, who owns rights to the name.
Well, that's it. One is touring, and I actually gave them my interest in the touring entity because I found out the market value sucked. So I said, here, sure, go
But now when you're just hanging out as kids years ago, who was the guy that actually said Ratt?
Moi.
It was you.
Well, Ratt. Yeah, I created Ratt down to the logo and et cetera. Actually established the band. My first band was Mickey Ratt, R-A-T-T, from 76 till 1980 when I moved to L.A. I brought Mickey Ratt to Los Angeles in 1980. Went through every musician, that to put it to a level, to compete with the big bands like the Motleys on the Strip and the Per Se Quiet Rats, blah blah, and end result, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so I came up with Mickey Ratt is Ratt, and that's it. I hired them. And this all for one, all for one for all crap doesn't fucking work. The guy who creates should get paid. Period.
And then
end of story.
Yeah. So were they trying to actually tour and not tell people that it was a different singer?
Well, they did. I'd have promoters call me. Especially the last few years, and then fans. I mean, I've been touring extensively. I'll do 100 shows a year. It doesn't bother me. You give me 200, I'll do those. But I actually had a promoter. Hey, Steve, remember me from the arena days and whatever. He's doing this big show. He books those guys, and he's like, hey, why weren't you at the show? And he goes, I thought you were playing. So he literally approached him. He says, hey, where's Steve going backstage? He told me the story. He goes, I'm backstage looking for him. I'm like, where are you? They go, he ain't around. He's not singing this thing. He's like, say what? He goes, that's what I bought. He told me he ended up taking down half the PA and going to call the show off because the tickets weren't selling. When people found out, they go, who the hell is this?
Wow.
There's only two original guys.
Did they try to get some guy that looked like you or sounded like you?
No, actually, they got... I won't even give the guy props. He's a sweetheart, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Opportunist,
I mean, I think they might be... I think they might be headed towards that Van Halen 3.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I hope not. That poor logo is just being drugged through the mud. But
wow.
So I'm the Rat bastard. It's even
now you can you use the name Rat?
Oh, sure,
when you're doing your thing? Well, the only point I want to make is there are just some bands that just should not go on without their singer.
Well, I did a lot of the writing, and I was the pretty much director and the art director, and yeah. You are correct, sir.
Because sometimes there's nobody really left from the original lineup. The singer was so outstanding or very recognizable to the band that once they're gone, it kind of it's not the band anymore.
A great example is the Doors. He just put his head down.
Ian's a buddy of mine.
He's an amazing singer. I love Cult and everything he's done in his career. But when they threw that Doors thing together, I'm like. The Doors that's a perfect example. The Doors without Jim Morrison.
I got a great story about. I actually was at this sushi bar in Beverly Hills, and I was sitting there by myself, dum-de-dum, and I see the keyboard player Ray
Van
Zurich. He's standing there. No disrespect to him, but I was pretty thrown away. I go. I like to say hello to everybody. It's like me meeting Charlton Heston in a liquor store at 7 in the morning. I'm going to say hello, Moses. Which I did. So I'm there sitting there at sushi bar. I'm like, okay, I'm going to say hello to him. The guitar player Kruger had the same publicist as me at the time, and I went up to him and I go, hey, how are you? I go, pleasure meeting you, Steven, blah blah blah, and your buddy I've met, and I've almost met all you guys except for Jim, and he looks at me and he goes, don't worry about it, just give it some time and you will. I was like going, Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that all about? Guy's telling me, hey, die, you'll be dead soon, okay? What, because I look like this, you freak?
That could be interpreted as, a dig at him, though. Hey, I've met everybody except Jim, the dead guy.
Yeah, well, whatever. So, end result. It's all interesting. It'll all come to a closure, and my nasty little book will rear its truthful head later in the year.
Now, much like Motley Crue, I'm sure there's plenty of great backstage stories.
Oh, there's all kinds of great stories.
Things that happened.
Yeah.
Chicks, of course.
Oh, it's worse than that. But it's not just about the debauchery, the platinum debauchery card. It's about the rise and default of the once almighty Ratt band that I created. It's a story through actually getting there and going through it in a different way, more of a personal. It's not all the the in and out and the ultra violence and shit.
Well, people kind of like hearing that angle of it too. Living vicariously through a rock star and you guys.
A party book. Well, you better have some really good stories if all you got to say is, look, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. There is more to it,
Yeah, but you know something? The American people really like those sex stories.
And I'll give it to them.
Backstage, everyone likes hearing about those.
Forget backstage, before stage, on stage,
really?
under stage.
Did you guys have any groupies?
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry about him, Steven.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I had a quota actually in the day. Literally, I had a quota.
Really?
Yeah, I had this. Do you like to be called midgets? I got, obviously I swiped the idea from Dave. I said, I'm going to get me a midget to have on stage and give me my booze, too. So I did. So anyway, I had this guy for a couple of years out there, and yeah, we had a quota of what we had to partake to be happy.
And would you look out at the crowd and go, yeah, her?
Steve would do everything. I would stop a show to get that pee. Oh,
wow.
Yeah, of course, sure.
What was the quota?
Christ.
3.
A day?
3 a day, at least.
3 a day.
3 girls a day?
Oh, of course, maybe more.
Wow.
No big deal.
No big deal for a rock star.
It's part of the program.
Yeah.
No, I think even before this,
tell the guy
I was
that's
still trying to get 3 chicks a day.
I was going to say, tell the guy that's selling cars, no big deal.
Well, I mean, it's all rock and roll.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Yeah.
Wow. So what are you doing now?
I'm doing quite a lot of things. I got my second solo record is coming out, Fueler. And spent a good amount of time on that and developing bands. I've got my independent label, Top Fuel Records, the past 11, 12 years. And
anyone come out of that label?
Well, I'm independent. I like the underground. I don't throw anything out there or try unless it's really developed, and I'm not willing to fall over myself, establishing my label. So a bunch of my stuff, collectible compilations, never heard stuff. Sin Industries, Ltd. Out of Phoenix, I signed a bit back. Kind of imploded on me. It was Rob Halford's bass player in Fight. Tijuana Bullfight, I'm trying to establish, great band out of L.A. An all-girl band I've been trying to develop for years, Gash Inc. That's going to be great. And
Gash Inc. Nice name.
And we got Eric Ferrantino's solo record coming out, and good stuff. I mean, it's good. And then my solo records and things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When did you guys think it was time to call it quits with the band? Was it internal, or was it the climate of music itself? Because I know a lot of bands that were big in the 80s realized in the 90s, it's over, Johnny. We got to either be able to change or just get out of this.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about when that Nirvana record hit, it was over for them.
Yeah, the weak ones. No, you got to, in this business, music, what's left of this music business, it's entertainment business now, but no, I really wanted the band to stop and take a break in 91. I mean,
91.
Literally from 1983 to 91, we were just, no rest for the wicked, even us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was record, tour. And I have this old expression, I feel like a potato chip that's been stepped on. It was worse.
Broken up and stuff.
I had to cancel. Yeah, I had I believe we canceled about a week of shows. And, it was time to step back. It didn't have anything to do with the environment, but it was good timing, to stop. And then all that stuff happened, and then, we just went on hiatus. The band never broke up or anything, and I started Arcade on Epic Records for a good few years, and then I saw the catalog wasn't getting stimulated, so I'm going, okay, guys, let's do something. And this was 97, and I said, we're going to put together a redo some stuff, and it was collage done on our own label, and got everybody to pretty much get it back together. And then Robin, died, and when that happened, we were out on the road, and I kind of then just, besides everybody just being a mess still, I just kind of said, this is it. We got to step back and really be careful, and did the Portrait record in '99, and I didn't like that. It had good intentions there with John Claudner, and I was appreciative, but there was no development, there was no video, there was no nothing. It was just like, okay, here's the record, go get him. And it was like, I've been doing this for years. I don't like this, it's not my thing.
Kind of impossible to really get video airplay anyway.
Well, that's not true, but you see, the fact that people people think like that, and then everybody thinks like that.
Yep.
And that's what happened.
But that's just kind of the way it is. It's unfortunate, but it is kind of the way it is. Like,
well, me, I think it's totally irrelevant to me. I put it out. You like, you don't. Next, I don't. In that respect, no biggie. But it was, the timing was interesting, and we did that. And when Robin passed, we were out there. So it just wasn't right. It wasn't right. And then after that, all of a sudden I didn't do this tour they wanted to do in 2000, going into the Red. In Red, and they go, well, we're going to grab another guy and do this. And I just said, well, make sure you just, take care of me. I'm the main songwriter of the band, co-writer, and, blah, blah. And the contracts say that this guy, Steve, who created the madness, is supposed to be this after the fact for a term, blah. And it never happened, so whatever. It is what it is, and I'm a happy camper.
Do you say to yourself, you look at that situation and just go, God damn, how did we fall into that? Because it seems to be kind of something that a lot of guys from that era trip into after a while, and you wind up being in the middle of it going, I can't believe I'm in lawsuits with my former bandmates. This is like, it's so cliche almost.
Well, it's cliche because it's the people who really don't have that quality to create, direct. There's some people who are made to direct and to steer and to whatever. You get the right parts like I did, but I'm still that director.
And others driver. Are just part of the ensemble.
And we write, co-write, etc. But when they started telling the world that I didn't write songs, I didn't write my lyrics, that I was like a dope head, this and that, which is very hypocritical, and that's when I started getting a little pissed off, because I'd go, even if you go on the Ratt site right now, kids, if you go on that Ratt site, which I actually set up for them years ago, they don't have credits on the songs. And then my lyrics are all wrong, so it's like, you know what, you're weak, step up, put the songwriters, the credit, give credit to those who, they're taking responsibility, but now they can't fool anybody anymore. It's been 4 years. The band, their cover band Ratt version has actually imploded, and so, you what you give is what you get, So I'm just waiting for the next chapter and move on, and I'm just...
All right, let's go to Todd on the phones. Todd from Virginia. What's up, Todd?
What's going on, shit dicks? How you doing?
We got Steven Piercy in studio, man, from Ratt.
Hey, Steven, got a question for you. How did Rob die from the HIV? How did he contact that? From drugs or from women?
Robin said that he got it from the AIDS, and from the shooting up and the doing the drugs. So that's what he says.
Was there a lot of drugs with the band? A lot of people doing drugs back then?
Of course.
All right, boys, I'm punching out. Thanks, man.
Later.
Was there ever drinking at the shows and stuff?
No.
Jesus, Jimmy.
Look at the way you looked at him.
We're fucking professionals, man.
Drinking, that's for beginners.
No kidding. Actually, yeah.
Now, what was the drug of choice? The H?
What do you got?
You just did everything?
Nobody gave a shit, And they claim to have been, the soberest people on the planet, and I'm like going in court and stuff and making me out to be this bad guy. And actually some older judges and people will look and go, oh, we believe these boys, he's the bad guy. Well, fuck that. What comes around goes around, and that's what's happened, plentiful, like M&M's, You get tired of it. And me, my forte wasn't the needles and pins. Mine was a pussy party and the paycheck. But some people, you know, they do their things, they hide it and this and that. But reality, yeah, we were all fucked up, and it was whatever. It is what it was, you know. When me and Robin pretty much put this thing, you know, I started the band. Me and Robin pretty much, made it its thing. You know, we didn't care what people thought. We were just doing it, and to this day, we're very fortunate. I mean, there ain't too many bands that can platinum tour this, that for years. I mean, eventually.
Do you consider yourself lucky? Because I would assume.
100%.
I would assume you were, you know, sharing needles and stuff.
I
I
didn't shoot out. I wasn't into. I see, my forte wasn't that. It was mostly pussy per se. You know, my quota. Right. You know, I had other addictions besides.
You're probably real happy you didn't decide to take up that habit, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Considering the needle thing.
Doesn't all the drugs and stuff affect performances?
No, people can function quite well. Believe it or not, there's many people right now functioning quite well on dope.
Right.
But, you know, I don't, it's not a good thing. Dope isn't good.
We got to say hi to Tawny Peaks real fast.
That's right.
Hello?
Tawny.
Hey, good morning.
You're talking to Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton, and Steven Piercy from Ratt.
Nope, the former Ratt
Ratt
vocalist dude.
What's up, Tawny?
Oh, not much. Just getting up, getting motivated for the day.
Oh, just wakey.
Well, actually, I've been up for probably about 45 minutes trying to get some stuff done around the house, but...
Okay, and?
Where are you? Are you in New York, or as I call it, the Big Apple?
No, actually, I'm in Detroit.
Ooh, Detroit. What does a porn star do in the morning when she wakes up?
Not a porn star, number one.
Oh, Opie.
Told you, Opie.
Not a porn star.
Can you please clarify for Opie, please?
Yes.
What you've been saying it all morning.
What are you?
Actually, I'm a mom and a housewife now.
Yeah, a mom and housewife, Tawny Peaks, not a porn star, Tawny Peaks.
No, back in the day, I got to cover Playboy Voluptuous Vixen '98.
Nice. You never did porn?
No, I never did hardcore porn. No, I did not.
No.
I did do pictures for magazines.
Right.
But a lot of people...
Voluptuous Vixen videos, all...
Wouldn't that be considered...
R-rated.
Wouldn't that be considered porn, though, or no?
I guess... In a sense, yes, but in a sense, no, because when you think porn, you think hardcore.
Yeah, there were a few videos with you in them, though, right?
But, yeah, like Voluptuous Vixens. I mean, it's R-rated. You see that kind of stuff on HBO.
Yeah, so it's like a softcore, they call it.
Exactly.
And it was a lot of girl-on-girl?
No, actually.
No?
It was mostly myself.
Just yourself?
Just doing painting, doing stupid things. I really didn't get into the video part of it.
Painting? Oh, that's cool.
So we shouldn't call you a slut, obviously.
No, you should not.
Yeah, I know.
Of course not.
A lot of people confuse like what softcore is with hardcore. There's definitely that distinction because some people will make it.
There is a major distinction.
Yeah. Like,
get some coffee in your ass.
Like you didn't show the Pink, right?
Pink, in like Pink. It's a song off Social Intercourse.
You guys get over it already.
Yeah, get over it. You know, I try so hard to keep this show on the right track, Tawny. And I get people like Opie and Jimmy, Steve, everybody just making problems for me when I'm trying to conduct an interview.
That's true. We don't have you on the phone to talk politics. Let's be honest with each other.
No, I thought you wanted to know what was going on with eBay.
I guess.
No. Yeah, definitely you did sell your implants on eBay, right?
Yes, I did.
And a lot of people said that, wow, that's kind of an odd decision to make. I mean, do you feel that those people have some kind of like, you know...
What?
Yeah, I agree.
What the hell what are you going to do with those?
It was an odd decision to make. You're absolutely correct. The way it went down was my husband and I were watching Jay Leno on a Friday night, and he had some odd things sold on eBay. Mm-hmm. Well, needless to say, the next day I was cleaning out some cupboards because we moved the past couple of years, and I came across with a box with implants in it. And my husband, I brought it up to his attention in the office. I'm like, look, what I found.
Wow.
And he's like, he thought he tossed those when we moved. And I said, I thought you did too. And then we started remembering about what was on eBay the night, or what was on Jay Leno the night before. And I said, do you want to put them on there? And he said, no, we're going to buy them. I said, oh, yeah, well, we'll put a high reserve on it, and if they do, we'll take the kids away for the weekend. If they don't, we'll just toss them. So that's how it happened.
Listen, so you sold a part of your body, technically.
No, it wasn't a part of my body.
It was in your body for a long time, and it made you some good money. I would think selling your implants would be, dare I say, a slutty thing.
Kind of.
Will you guys get over the slutty thing, or I will hang up the phone?
Yeah,
please do. Don't hang up the phone because it's
Tawny, I'm sorry.
My question was, eBay has a thing about selling like body parts and stuff like that. Was there a problem with that because they said that was a body part or no? Because eBay does have a weird thing about you can't sell like bones or anything like that.
Right.
Well, actually, the implant, in order for me to take it out of the hospital, had to be sterilized. I mean, they reuse tools. They're sterilized all the time. So it was completely, it was fine.
How big did the implants make your tits?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
How big do the implants make your tits?
The mammaries. The mammal.
They basically enhanced them after I had my son because they drooped. So I had the implants put in to pop them back up again. It wasn't really to make them much bigger. It was just to...
So when did you stop doing any type of nude modeling?
97.
97 was the last time, and you stopped because of your child?
No. I stopped because I wanted to get out of that industry.
So 97 you stop selling your body.
Actually, I
for money, So at 97 you decided to live the clean life and stop being a slut.
That's not the way to put it or anything, Opie.
So since 97 you haven't been too whorish.
Opie. Enough. Hello? I knew she'd hang up.
Boy, get a cup of coffee in you first before you call.
I knew she was hanging up. There was no way. I couldn't be good cop in that situation to keep her on the fucking phone.
My memories, my best.
Who is she kidding? And as soon as someone says on this show, "Don't do that," or I'm gonna hang up.
Oh boy! Oh, you ever ruin your show and hang up on you because me and my memories.
Do we have the Tommy Lee phone call? We got to play that for Steven Piercy.
Yeah?
We have that, right?
Tommy.
Is it short?
He's my Gladiator buddy from way back then. We had a street gang called the Gladiators back in 1980.
Really?
When we first hooked up. Yeah, me,
Jimmy was
Vince.
in the Lords.
Yeah, called the Lords.
Me, Vince, and Nikki. Nikki was Leader 6. Robin was King Crosby. Vince was Field Marshal. I was Ratt Leader, and it was a good thing.
He was Jimmy Robinson.
Yeah. I wore a cape, and Helen helped me.
Yeah. Cool. Why don't we take a break? They're going to find the Tommy Lee.
There we go.
All righty.
What are we going to talk to Tawny Peaks about?
What did she want to talk about?
That she sold her implants.
And that she's trying to wake up.
I'm like, who cares that she sold her implants?
I forgot the amount, but it was some kind of...
And I did it because my sagging was sagging. Yeah.
Great.
My son sagging to
I'm going to hang
eBay.
If you say that, I'm going to hang up. It's like, right when she said that to Opie, I'm like, well, she's hanging up.
Oh, well.
There ain't no way he's going to let up. Opie's going to go, oh, okay, then I won't say it again.
Sorry, because this is our big exclusive interview with Tawny Peaks. Don't want to blow the big interview opportunity.
There you go.
Kurt is here, too. Oh, you want to check out what does he do? Curtis, the gay black rapper's here, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's black.
He's not black.
He's very light-skinned, but he's black. Yes, he is. He is. I know Curtis for years.
Wouldn't you call him white, though? No. I don't get that whole thing. You got to drop a black in you. You're black.
Hey.
If you're more white than black,
funny.
wouldn't you be white?
Curtis is black.
Shut up.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. That is the rule, though. If there's a little black in you, and the white is, as we will say, tainted.
That's a black guy?
Yes.
No.
He might be
Are you black? Yeah, he's laughing. All right.
He might be having a... I don't know.
Steven, you can hang, right? We'll talk more.
I can hang for a bit. I got some... Yeah, sure, we can hang a little bit.
All right. Well,
black and white. Yeah, I said that.
Steve, did we ruin your...
What?
Did we ruin it for you by hanging
your
up?
Contact over there at the Tawny Peaks camp?
I didn't book that.
No, who booked
that?
Nothing
to do with that.
Who booked that?
He had nothing to do with that.
Who booked it?
Who booked that?
What do you think?
The booker?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, now we're in trouble.
The booker, the baker, the candlestick maker.
Now we are in trouble.
Wow, we couldn't get the Sly Stallone interview, but we got the Tawny Peaks interview.
That's all right.
And I woke up, my son, their tits sagging. I hang up.
Sold them on eBay.
Goodbye.
Great.
How much?
She was not. Oh, I just woke up.
My sagging son tits. I was. Hello. Hey. Goodbye.
Enough out of you. That
I'm gonna hang up because I'm special.
All right, let's get Curtis, the gay black rapper, in here. We'll talk to Steven Piercy a little bit more. We got the Tommy Lee hang up.
Yeah. Tommy hang up on you?
Yeah. Well, that just reminded. I mean, you call the show and go, "Don't say that, or I'm gonna hang up." Then what do you expect from us? Well, you can't call us out on that stuff.
Yeah, you know the form you're going to be going to. Please
exactly.
For the war.
I'm going to challenge that guy in his blackness. That guy's not black. He is.
That's the biggest thing I'm challenging. That guy is absolutely not black.
We don't even care. I don't care. He's gay.
He's quiet. He doesn't really say that.
I don't want him to prove he's gay, but I want him to prove he's black. All right. Well,
we got a CD. Let's listen.
Does he have a CD?
Yeah, he's got a CD. We'll take a break and let's do it after the break.
Cool. All right. Thanks.
I like when Ben takes charge.
Yeah, someone needs to around here.
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the O&A virus.
They had owned a chimp, this couple. But the chimp had bitten off somebody's thumb, so they had to get rid of it. So they gave it to this animal sanctuary. Well, they went to visit the chimp because it was the chimp's birthday. So they brought the chimp a birthday cake. And they're standing around trying to, I guess, give this chimp the birthday cake. And some other chimps. Now, whether they were in a cage and got out of the cage or they weren't in the cage, I have no idea. I haven't been able to get that straight from what I've read. But these chimps attacked the couple. And at first they bit one of the woman's fingers. And then the man pushed his wife or this woman out of the way. And the chimps just attacked this guy mercilessly. I mean, they fucked him up big time. The damage report, one was at his head, one was at his foot. But all the time he was trying to reason with them. Hey, look, chimps, could you not rip my face off? What kind of reasoning? Came around and chomped off my thumb. The male chimp, the wife said, my husband must have realized we were in deep trouble because he pushed me backwards. At that time, they both went for him. So he must have seen him go for the woman and thought it was some kind of competition. Lost all the fingers from both his hands. Dude, they chewed off every finger that he owned. And this isn't reattach his fingers stuff. You know those chimps just, like, mashed his fingers. Ripped an eye out of his socket, so that's gone. Ripped off his nose, a cheek, his lips, and part of his buttocks in the attack.
They just started eating ass?
And they were tugging on his genitals.
Why couldn't they put that? Remember the movie Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, of course.
This sounds like a scene that should have been in the movie.
Yeah, where's the nice, even those apes, they were vicious and stuff, but at least, all they did was, you cut out his brain, you bloody baboon! Look at you! You've ripped off his fingers, lips, and buttocks, cheeks! Damn you.
Somebody pissed this chimp off.
Those things, how do you reason with them?
To the point of he went to did they not see him for about 6 months?
Probably he was pissed off that they threw him in this animal preserve many years ago.
Yeah.
And he's just been waiting and waiting.
Just waiting.
Waiting. That son of a bitch will come back.
I know his face.
He'll come back one day.
Is this the son? Guys, this is the son of a bitch that put me here. I bit off one finger.
Right.
And this is the guy that put me here.
This is the guy I've been telling you about.
Here he comes. The cage is open.
Now's our chance.
You bite his fingers off, I'm going to bite his genitals and his buttocks.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading. The Opie and Anthony Show, XM202.
All right, we have another mess of a show on this fine Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Steven Piercy in studio, formerly of Ratt.
I'm the Ratt bastard.
We're getting along with him very well. Very well, yes. Tawny Peaks.
Tawny Peaks. She did peak.
Want to thank her for calling the program, whatever the hell that was.
I called her a whore. She didn't like it.
She was going to hang up on you if you didn't treat her with respect.
Well, she's known for one thing. What do you want from us?
I'm not a porn star.
Yeah.
Really?
You're an opportunist, though. You notice you had your implants in the closet, in the attic, and had no problem getting it on eBay as soon as possible.
Yep.
What'd she do? Take them out and then sold them, so now her tits are all flat and weird, wrinkly and floppy.
Yeah, you would have to think they would be a little off if you take implants
Well, I mean,
out.
there's no middle to the story. It's like, I had to fake that. I sold them, and that's it. Well, I have questions.
Maybe she had a medical
problem.
problem.
Did you have other ones put in? Are they just weird and flat and like fucking pancakes?
I had questions too, but apparently Opie didn't want anyone asking.
Okay, next.
Get her back on the phone. We have more questions
no.
for Tawny. All right, Ben's getting her back on the phone.
Boss wants her.
Oh, jeez.
In the meantime, we got Curtis, the gay black rapper, in studio.
What up, yo?
I'm looking.
They don't think you're black, Curtis.
I know. I'm half black, half white. So
Half
Puerto Rican
black.
by injection. Hey.
There is not a drop of black in you.
No?
No.
Nah, this has been black in me before.
Can't be. Oh, God. Opie's just staring.
I'm just trying to figure this out.
No.
Well, a gay rapper.
He's a white guy.
Thug ass gay. I'm the gay Eminem.
Yeah?
The gay version of Eminem.
Rapper or gay first? Would you consider?
Gay first.
Gay first, rapper second?
Yeah.
Yeah? When did you know?
When?
Yeah, when did you know?
At 5.
Yeah? 5?
Really?
Yeah. What happened? You look around and you just decided,
I felt like I was Wonder Woman.
You felt like you were Wonder Woman? At 5, though, what like...
I would have been around my mother's nightgowns.
Really? All right, I could understand that. Sure. And then you get a little older, maybe...
a little dog.
A little older.
A little
I grew up in Spanish Harlem.
Right.
Curtis, we got to break into this
Tony's
unbelievable interview with you because we have Tawny Peaks back on the phone.
Oh, God.
Tawny.
Hello.
What was the problem?
First,
well, you guys, I'm not in the business anymore.
I understand.
Right. Secondly, I'm not here to plug anything for myself.
Uh-huh.
I was just doing a favor because I was asked to do it. I'll give you guys a call. I thought you were interested in eBay.
Ronnie, I would like to apologize on behalf of the program. As I said before, I try to keep things reined in, and there are people here that just don't.
You're calling in as a favor?
Yes, she is, and it was really good.
Yeah,
How much did you get for the implants on eBay?
It was like $16,700.
Having like Sylvester Stallone call in as a favor.
He might be doing that.
And we're gunning for that though.
Why is Tawny Peaks calling us a favor?
She's very nice about it. I appreciate it.
People asking me to call in.
It was nice.
Right. A favor.
I was doing it because I was going to tell you guys about the Golden Palace Casino. And
that makes us sound quite desperate that you would be the one calling in as a favor.
That isn't
not as a favor to you.
That's
right. It's not for
I was
you.
doing it as a favor.
Not
the Golden Palace Casino. I was getting their name out there because they were quite generous.
Well, who gets the favor?
Wait, so Golden Palace Casino kind of hooked you up and said, look, we'd like you to call in, give a few mentions, talk to the guys.
Yeah, they said that you guys would like to talk with me. They asked if I would do it. I said, sure, I would do it.
They bought your
tell them
implants?
what a great company they are and how they actually asked me if I was going to donate some of the money, and I said, yes, I am. And I found some research on them. They donate money to really good causes.
Yeah. They bought your implants?
Will you guys stop?
They bought your implants?
They did,
Tony?
I think.
Did you get new ones?
No, I don't have anything.
They're all flat now?
Is that a medical problem when they're taken out, Tawny?
No, actually, I had a breast reduction.
Oh, you did?
So they're not saggy and flat?
No.
They're not pancake eggs?
Tawny, I dated a girl one time who had implants, and she had them on the outside of the muscle, which caused a problem for her. Do you, like with certain implants, because of like the way they're put in?
I never really had any problems, no.
It's a medical
I was
term.
very fortunate that I didn't have them in that long. Got to remember, I was only in business from 94 to 97.
Are you going back into porn?
Definitely not.
So
shucks.
Did you have a bad experience in the business?
I never belonged there in the first place, to be honest.
Why is that? How did that?
It wasn't in me.
Because she didn't.
Yeah, it was. Because hundreds of times.
Yeah, right.
Because she didn't want to take one in the poop chute.
Ooh, the backside.
It's a really nice place you have.
All right, guys. Well, it was nice talking to you. I just wanted to let you know.
Wait. Steven Piercy from Ratt fame. He's not in the band anymore. He had a question for you.
Well, I think it was answered the other way.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think she did answer it, right? About he wanted to know if you still had the implants, but you said no.
Oh, that was it, Steven?
Yeah, I mean, if they were just like flat, because you know how they... Yeah, like soiled eggs, kind of good pancakes.
But they're not. She said that they take care of that.
Oh, that's
She actually had a reduction.
Yeah, they take care of that.
And Tawny, what do you do now?
I am a housewife and a mom. I have beautiful children. I have a great life. Life is good. I gave up the business when I was actually on the top with my Playboy cover coming out, and I could have made a whole bunch more money, but I was blessed because I stopped when I did.
Yeah.
How many tots do you have? How many kids?
3. I know, you guys wish I was more exciting, but I'm sorry I'm not.
Oh, God. I can't do that.
No, you're all right. We're taking a look at some nude pictures of you. You look very nice.
Back in the day.
Or used to, obviously. This is probably quite a long time ago now.
Do you do you run a website?
Holy mackerel.
No, I don't.
Fuck me hard.
Damn.
Nigger, fuck me.
All right.
Hard.
So how?
Well, you guys have a great day. I can hear what's going on there.
Yeah, see?
I'm into.
But
Very
Tawny,
sexy pictures.
how is this website able to run with your name?
Beautiful.
Hard. Nigger, fuck me hard.
Because I see Tawny
Ooh, that's
Peaks.
good acting.
I see it's a
Wasn't
website.
me. When
Wasn't me.
When I did my photo shoots, I had to sign rights off to the photographer, and that's why everything's done in my name. I have nothing to do with it.
You don't get paid from these?
Absolutely
No
not.
residuals?
Wow,
Nothing.
they could put your nude pictures up there, and you don't get anything from
That's what happens when you're young and stupid, guys. I'm sure you've all experienced something like that.
Yeah, you sign. They're all these pictures are on eatabullet.com. People just go in there and checking them out.
Sorry?
There's a website called eatabullet.com.
Yeah.
And it's like all these
Oh,
new
I have
pictures.
no idea.
It's also at Steven-Piercy.com.
Yeah.
Oh, your pictures are all over that.
Everywhere.
You sign them away though, right? You sign away the rights, you don't get any cash.
I'm gonna sell my breast
Cash, I
implant.
got paid for the pictures when I did them, signed them off. If I wouldn't know any better.
Is that why you quit the business? Because you didn't like the business? What did
Exactly.
You didn't lick the business?
So you
No, not really.
What made you get into it in the first place if you said you didn't belong in it?
You guys really don't want to hear that story.
I kind of do.
Don't.
That's
snoring.
that's what I want to hear, is how you got into that business.
I was a very insecure woman. I should say young girl.
How old were you when you got in?
21.
21. You're 21. You're insecure about yourself? And
Yes, I had a child who had a disability, and I was basically told if
That's a good
I shared it
excuse.
all about
Oh, Jesus.
by the
Wait.
Like I said, it's a long story. It's not something you really want to hear.
No, it's kind of
that's
but that's the interesting part. This is interesting.
The child. No, your child. You were trying to take care of your child. What was the matter?
He had to have open heart surgery, and he has Down syndrome. That is not funny.
That's terrific.
Stop that.
That's terrific.
Excuse me?
I don't know. Somebody is hitting buttons
Hello?
here that they probably shouldn't play. Tawny, so you're
What was
insecure.
that?
So you're insecure, and you have.
Yeah, I was an insecure woman or a young girl at the time, and I was led into something I didn't want to be in.
By somebody that was like domineering, or somebody that was.
Yes, actually, and then I finally came into my own, and when I came into my own, I said, this is not for me.
Do you still have
And then I
contact?
cut all ties.
You still have contact with the person that got you into the business?
Yes, and that person is very apologetic. So
Really?
Oh, about having led you in that direction.
exactly, because it was a mistake on that person's part as
Is
well
it your
as my own.
husband, Tawny?
What was that?
Is it your husband that got you into the business?
No.
No.
I'm not going to tell anybody's names or who it
just
was over the radio.
Just like a relationship. What was it? A
It was
friend?
a relationship, exactly.
Yeah.
got it.
Okay.
Uncle Toucher or?
No.
Oh,
No,
nothing like that.
Well, the listeners, I mean, they're instant feedbacking, and they're assuming that you were touched by an uncle. That's all.
Well,
No.
Touched by an
nothing.
angel.
so you were trying to raise money just to kind of make ends meet, and this is the kind of direction you went to.
You're
and-
absolutely
and
right.
You look back and you, I kind of wish I didn't go in that direction.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's something.
That's
See?
brilliant.
That's the kind of stuff that I wanted to hear. I don't really, care about the implants and how much they were sold for or anything. It's that inner story of how you got into
Well,
this
that inner
business.
story was a very naive, insecure young girl, and
Yeah.
got led into something, and then I finally grew up, I guess, came into my own, realized what life is about, and it's not about that business. It's about family and positive, healthy relationships.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Is it hard to keep intimacy, like when stuff like that's going on, like when you go to work to come home and have intimacy? It's got to be like a real intimacy blocker, right?
I mean, you're talking in the past.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, like, I've talked to people in the business. They say it's hard to be in an intimate relationship when you're going off and having very unintimate, like, sex, and then you come back home, and it's hard to separate the two.
Well, I was never going off having sex anywhere.
Everybody, get into it. Get stoked, get retarded, get retarded, get retarded.
Everybody!
Do you think that a lot of people, like one of the problems people who rail against the adult industry say is that a lot of people are kind of led in a certain direction and kind of are misled about what the business is going to be. Did you find that happen with you?
Yes, absolutely.
Really, you had this impression that it was going to be one thing, and it turned out to be something completely different.
A bunch of things.
No, actually, it just turned out not to be for me.
Are you
exploitive?
Are you still a chubby woman these days, or
chubby?
Thanks. Actually,
like when people want to see you naked at this point? Average, yeah.
Well, when you got out of the business, I guess life goes on.
Life does go on. Actually, life began.
Oh.
Seriously.
Did it really? You got a whole new outlook on life?
I have a wonderful outlook on life.
How relieved were you when you finally didn't have to go? Like when you finally moved on and said, "Let me close that chapter."
Well, it's like this. I have no shame. I have no guilt.
Right.
There you go.
I
And why
don't.
should you? That's right. You shouldn't.
No, I shouldn't, because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Hey, did you make that up?
Yeah, I did.
That's
sure.
a good one.
Hey. You got that hanging on your wall at home?
With
No,
the cat
actually,
holding
no.
on that says, hang in there, baby.
No, it's actually, it's like, did you have...
Were you walking in the sand with, like, 2 sets of
Footprints.
and then also
I love that one, too.
That is
no,
nice.
no.
one
but in-
set of footprints and...
Sometimes when people perform, they get like a big head.
That's true.
And it squirts.
I'm sorry, I can barely hear you guys.
One set of footprints is really nice, like a woman's, and the other is this big fat mess of feet that are really much too wide for shoes. I don't understand it at all.
Me
but
either.
it's an inspiring story.
Write a book. You should write a book.
You should write a book.
If anybody can go through what I went through and end up how I am, if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's a very inspiring story for people out there who think that they're stuck, that think that they're going to be pigeonholed, put into something category that
That's a
they're gonna
book.
be stuck with for life. It's not true.
Have people approached you about a book or a movie about your life?
Quite a while ago, people were talking to me about it when I actually did a lot of talk shows. Right when I was getting out of the business, I did the Maury Povich show, and I helped.
Maury.
Oh, Maury is
What
good.
happened to
Maury's
him?
good.
He turned into Jerry Springer.
Is he still around?
You are not the baby's
Let's be honest, no one would...
You are not the baby's father.
Exactly. Prior to the Not the Baby Father Day.
Let's be honest, no one would read a book about this horse shit.
No, but I did some shows with them, and I was helping a lot of young girls who were lost on the show.
Oh, that's good. Like did they have the boot camp guy come out?
Yes, it was myself and him.
Of course they did.
He was bad cop, I was good cop.
The highlight of your career was a Maury Povich appearance.
That's not bad.
The highlight. It's just part of her
Jesus.
life. She's helping people out.
You trying to
chicken head.
Are you trying to steer? You trying to steer people away from what you like, the things you think that were mistakes that you made? You trying to just steer them kind of out of that direction?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to. Yeah, exactly.
He was the greatest piece of ass I've ever had, and I've had him all over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
Mhm.
Well, I find it
Something
inspiring.
to be proud of, though. After the Progeria Kids segment, they rolled your fat ass out.
Hi.
Oh, my God.
Feelings.
know,
Nothing more
try,
than feelings.
You goddamn try, and you have to put up with this.
That's one for the resume. Ugh.
She hung up again.
No, she
Someone
she's
a favor.
No,
She's right
I'm
there.
here.
Don't hang up. Don't hang up. No.
Right
Let it go.
there.
Hang up. It's cool.
I, for one, I'm sorry, and I for one, I like the story that you're telling.
When you think
it is inspiring.
When you think about those days, are you cool with it, or are you?
It's sensitive.
I honestly don't think about those days, but if I do, I'm cool with it.
Do they get you downs?
No, they don't get me
No.
down at all.
Aroused?
No, they don't get me aroused. They're just a part of my life that's over.
You giggled. They do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know, a lot of
Anything
people
else?
regret the past. They're downs in the dumps.
Yeah.
It's a good memory.
Like I said, I don't
memory.
regret anything. I
Yeah.
have no shame. I have no guilt. It's awesome.
Do you miss your boobs?
I got
Do you miss
I got to
those?
tell you something. You had huge boobs. I'm on your website, TawnyPeaks.com.
It's not her website.
Not my website.
Somebody else is exploiting her name now and using it.
Did you get really big implants so people wouldn't look at your face?
No. You're very rude.
That's Opie, by the way, Tawny. And Opie is I'm going to say it, a son of a bitch to
That's
people.
fine.
I'm here trying to
Hold the fort down.
get a little information. I am fascinated with the story.
Thank you.
I find it inspiring, and someone like Opie really can appreciate somebody maybe struggling and then emerging from it a better person, and I apologize for that.
I think it's a fantastic picture. That's actually a very beautiful picture.
Stronger, less
I like that.
mammaretical.
I like it.
You should learn how to use Photoshop for your family photos and for your past photos.
Anything else you're interested in as far as just being a mom, or is there anything else in your life that you're doing?
Actually, I work in radio and television.
You do radio and TV? Well, tell me a little bit about that. What do you do?
I worked before I had my daughter. I was working in a news station. Working at the assignment desk, and I was also running the board for a satellite television on direct TV station, 8-hour daily programming.
Oh, board op.
Yeah, I was doing technical behind the scenes.
It's pretty impressive. You were on the Maury Povich show, and you were an intern.
You know how to fix phones for
I was an intern, you're correct, but I also had a paying job running a board after I was done with my internship.
Mm-hmm. All right. See?
Hey,
She's doing things. And now...
running a board. She didn't say it was from Home Depot, though, did she?
Stop.
No, she was in the business.
Hey.
Hold the whole thing
What was
together.
that?
Are you going to try to sue these guys and get some of the rights to the photos, or at least get some of the website money back?
That'd be something. No, you're fine with those being out there. Now, being a mother, aren't you concerned that maybe your children will look on the web and see some of these pictures of you?
No, because when they're old enough, I'll have a talk with them about it. Like I said,
Yeah.
I have no shame and I have no guilt. It's the bottom line.
Yeah.
I'm going to be open and honest.
I just know how excited some children can get if they see things on the web like that. They can, you know, all of a sudden they're looking and, you know,
hopefully they're not going to be looking in areas like that. There's a parental blocker that you can put on your computer.
Two of them are going, what's that? And one of them's trying to eat the monitor.
Do you realize that you were known for your big, juicy tits and that's it?
I don't really care.
Yeah, that was a
But
point
that's
in
it,
her
though.
life. That was a point in her life, Opie.
That was a point in my life where that's what mattered, I guess.
And she's moved beyond it.
It's no longer that way.
She's moved beyond it. It happens. I mean, you do something, sometimes you're young and foolish.
I'm sure you have a few skeletons in your closet there, Opie.
Yeah,
absolutely. He certainly does.
Touche, Tawny.
I'm sure there's a few big-headed skeletons in his closet.
I'm sure there are, and that's fine. Luckily, yours just out all over there on the web.
Yep, absolutely. She made a couple decisions that didn't work out the way she wanted, and she kind of said, all right, that's done.
Tony, Opie should hold that fat tongue of his.
Exactly.
Tony,
you run around with medals around his neck.
Tony, I like you. You're feisty. You fight back. And you got me with that one.
I like her.
It's going to hurt all day.
That's true. That's true.
Mwah.
Tawny, thank you so much for coming back on the phone. And
no worries.
I think we were able to take lemon and make lemonade out of it because we got a little info, and I found your story fascinating, and I'd like to learn more about it. I see a book or a movie.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Definitely a book to start.
Yeah. A young girl being enticed into the life of smut, let's say, having to deal with a disabled child, and then emerging from this a better person with a family life, and I think that's fascinating.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
As long as there's a lot of topless photos in the book. Jesus. What a boring interview this is.
Move on.
You guys wouldn't be interested.
Again, I apologize, Tawny, and I find it fascinating.
I honestly think it'd be a very interesting book, and I think that a lot of people who have had decisions that they made in their lives, they kind of wish that they didn't. Like,
Tony,
I went to that clinic and had that taken care of.
Tony, no,
the first time.
Tony, no offense, you're just not my cup of tea, and if this was my radio show, 30 seconds tops with you. Tops.
No worries, I agree.
Tops. But that's you. That's you. You don't find human drama that fascinating, Opie. I tend to, I find it fascinating.
Human drama is fascinating.
Things like her story, maybe off the top of my head, Scott Peterson. Stuff like that, I find it fascinating.
I wouldn't put those in the same category.
Well, it's human drama, wouldn't you say?
It's different paths.
Yeah, that's correct.
Human interest.
Drama's over now.
Yates.
It's a guy that had a wife, and she was pregnant, and perhaps he foresaw some type of disaster and decided he was going to take care of the problem.
Absolutely.
And that's more human
drama.
That's
a sad story.
It certainly is.
Absolutely. He should have definitely made sure he took that hair out of the boat. That silly goose.
I can't even believe you can poke fun at that.
We're not poking fun at it, but it's just like when you look at someone like a Susan Smith, or as I call her, the problem solver.
That's uncalled
It's a fascinating story.
Jimmy, uncalled for. Enough.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna let you go.
All right.
Oh,
Tawny.
great. Thank you. Goodbye.
Tawny, thank you so much for checking in with us.
Goodbye, Tawny.
All right, you guys have a great day.
You too. Say hi to the kids.
Bobby.
And good morning and good afternoon, too.
Good morning, good night, good afternoon. all
Good
in one.
evening, whatever the hell that is.
Tawny. All right. Bye-bye, Tawny.
See ya.
There she goes.
Bye.
Tawny Peaks.
Tawny.
Hello?
Tawny.
Yeah?
Tawny. Tawny.
What?
Tawny.
Why haven't you hung up yet?
Oh, I thought we were off the air. I didn't know if somebody wanted to talk to me after. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Tawny.
Bye.
I'm the screener, actually. We are off the air. You had a good time with the interview? They were just poking a little fun?
Oh, my God.
God, did I not feel good about that one? I gotta leave.
You gotta go?
You're just not a good person.
No.
Photoshop the family photos. No. That's the worst thing I've ever heard said on the show.
That's your line. That's
Not
just one of
good.
your lines.
No Photoshop the kids.
I don't say it to the person.
She's a retard. See? Retard. See, I'm from Boston.
Oh, he's still here.
Retard.
I forgot.
Jesus.
Curtis, the gay black rapper, still in studio. Jesus.
Wow.
What did we do to deserve this today?
Gay guy around here.
There is just...
All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go to the dentist.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Steven Piercy was going to tell his Ozzy story before he left.
Can you wait 5? I'll listen to it in the car. I gotta get my car.
I thought your appointment was later.
10:30.
Oh, I thought it was tooth hurty. Dentist, tooth 30.
That's a good one. Tooth 30.
All right. Nice meeting you.
All right, should we we'll take a break and we'll wrap up this mess next. Are you staying, Steven?
I'm staying for a little bit, yeah.
Well, we only have 10 minutes left.
Yeah,
let's go. Let's hang. We'll hang.
We hit it off with Steven Piercy.
Sure.
Do you live in New York or L.A.?
I should be living here. It's more my speed, but I'm Los Angeles.
Well, next time you come to town, you stop by and say hi.
Without a doubt,
You don't have to call anyone. Just knock on the door, right?
There you go.
Derek, get us out of here.
It was Whip 'em Out Wednesday, so I flashed some guy on the Long Island Expressway. He was involved in a 7-car pileup. There was blood and carnage everywhere. But my tits looked great.
Please, wow responsibly. A public service announcement of the Opie Anthony Show. The Opie Anthony Show. XM 202.
What a mess of a show today. The Opie and Anthony program.
Amen.
Steven Piercy in studio. Used to do the thing with Ratt. Getting ready to finish his book, it looks like.
Yeah, there's the book. Oh, also I have the single from Fueler, Drive With Me, is on NHR ESPN2 all year long.
Look
and,
at you.
Yeah, I'm way involved in drag racing. I'll have a car out sponsoring the Top Fuel Funny Car and dragster for
Have you
Vegas.
ever rode?
Soon enough. Very dangerous nowadays sport. If you're going to commit yourself to that, you better have your perspective.
At that point, you might as well get yourself in a rocket and go straight up.
Yeah, I mean, my buddy...
It seems safer.
Yeah, my buddy Tony Schumacher holds top speed in the Army dragster at 333 at 447
You're
seconds.
up to that fast now?
Yeah, that's why I say to me to go in there, and I've busted enough bones to know that,
Can't they throw you in one of those things and go 150 miles an hour?
I remember
Oh, I can go. I've done 200 on the street myself, 180. I mean, and race a little bit, but it's a whole different breed. But the song's out there, and the video is actually being played on, the program ESPN2 too. So we're very happy with that.
That's
third year
cool.
with them. Yeah.
Good exposure, ESPN2.
Yeah, they're good. They're good people. I'm trying to just get that rock and roll development in there.
And you don't have to sell your implants to come on our show. So that's a good thing.
No, not a...
That's a good thing.
Yes. And start the tour in May, the Fueler tour, and the Fueler comes out, Second Soul CD, month or two, I believe. And
do you have your own website?
Yeah, I have Steven-Piercy.com for my personal stuff. If you want to know anything business, go to TopFuelEntertainment.com or TopFuelRecords.com, and it's all there.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Let's see. We got Curtis, the gay black rapper, and we haven't been able to spend too much time with you. You're going to come back, though, right?
He's not black. Son, I got you.
Huh?
Not black. I'm not black.
But he's not black. He's. I assume he's gay, but not black. And I assume you're a rapper because I haven't heard any of your stuff.
See that?
What does that mean?
See that? See that? Well, listen, you know what?
What?
I beat you with a stick, rob you for your shit, make you get up on your knees and suck my 8-inch dick. Nigga, what?
All right.
He must
be rapping.
To see that?
I think he's really proud of his gayness.
Yeah, hell
Because
yeah.
here's a guy, you look at him, you can't tell he's gay or black.
No.
You ever stereotype? You got little, you know.
So you can walk around and people just assume you're a straight white guy, which would make your life a lot easier, but you have no problem making sure people know you're gay.
You're right.
So you're proud of your gayness.
But he probably hears a lot of...
Which is fine.
He probably hears a lot of gay and black jokes because people just think he's some white guy.
Yeah, right.
So you hear a lot of stuff that
I
probably...
pass.
You know?
I play defense.
Yeah? A lot of people maybe in the same room and they start telling an off-color joke about black or gay and you're standing there. What are you thinking?
Hey, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Well,
I hear you. All right. All right.
All right, well, let's play one of your songs.
Yeah, let's do.
Kurt Black, a.k.a. Homo Thug, right? What song you want us to play?
Play Gangsta.
Gangsta?
Oh, you know what? Play Dreams of fucking a famous rap star. I talk about all the rappers. Like, see 50 Cent right here?
Yeah.
I'll take that nigga 50 Cent. I'll fuck that nigga 50 Cent in the back of a range. Change his name to Dollar Bill because I don't do small change.
Hey, this is not going to be like a rap war outside the studio now that you're here.
You're going to start shooting outside?
There's not going to be other gay rappers coming to get a piece of your ass after this interview, is there?
You guys say no.
All right.
All right. Here it is.
Having dreams of fucking a famous rap song. Nas Escobar, yo, if I rule the world, you could hate me now. Yo, lock me up in jail and erase me now. Nigga, 50 Cent, yo, like a range. Fuckers name me, yo, cause I don't do small change. Take that nigga Eminem, yo, what? Q-tip, make him sing in a red G-string. Watch him shake his ding-a-ling, that's a vibrant thing. Grab an extra tube of lube when I'm with Ice Cube. We be fucking all the way to next Friday, dude. And that nigga Fat Joe, yo, I give him a blow. Let him lick my asshole for half a kilo. In the beat nuts, I leave him nuts to dick. Cause living is sick, everything from ass to feet. Suck a dick, Slick Rick, Snoop Dogg, and Warren G. Master P in the No Limit family. Make juvenile smile when I'm famous rap star. A famous rap star. You know you are itchy. I'm having dreams of fucking a famous rap star. You know you are itchy. Dr. Dre got this new female rapper, white lady. What the fuck's his name? Yo, his name is Slim Shady. Faggot ass niggas only half of a man. Cause M&M smell in your mouth, not in your hand. Then that nigga Puff Daddy snatch him out of Hot Wheels. Put that motherfucker up in a wig, dressed in heels. Tie him to my bed, make him sit on my face. Reminisce about the nights that he spent with me. It's a hard knock life for Jay-Z, you see. It's a hard cock life for a bitch like me. Cause ain't no nigga got lips like you. When you be tossing my salad, I be eating you too. Who's next on the list of dreams? Having sex, gotta be that rough rider nigga DMX. When you fuck, yo, that shit out that bitch in belly. Want a raw dog, nigga, fuck the KY jelly. When my dog's ass standing right behind me in line. Suck your dick, make you feel I'm taking a bite out of crowd. Having dreams of fucking a famous rap star. You know who you are, it's H-E-R. Dreams of fucking a famous rap star. You know who you are, it's H-E-R. Having dreams of fucking a famous rap star. You know who you are, it's H-E-R.
Should we be bobbing to this song like we are?
Bob your head to it. Yeah.
We're all just bouncing. I don't know if this is the type of song we're supposed to be bouncing to.
No. Dominicans make everything from in the No Limit family. Make the house go.
All right.
Red Man, LL Cool J.
you have it.
Wow.
All right.
See, the vocals were very low on our mix that we had here, so he was able to just sing along live like that.
Yeah.
Right there. Here
Kurt
in the
Black,
studio.
a.k.a. Homo Thug.
Nice.
It's got a nice beat.
Opie and Anthony show. What?
That was, it's got a nice beat.
I just looked around the room, all bobbing our heads. I'm like, I don't know if we should be bobbing this long.
Yeah, suck his dick. yeah, let's sing along. Wow. Yeah, that's something, man. So what do you do with this? Do you perform? You just record?
Well, we do show. I do shows, but
yeah,
can't get a record deal.
No,
like a major record deal, but they won't. Puffy, nobody would sign it. Bad
no, huh? Why not?
Because rap sold the most in Texas and in the Midwest, and so they went. You know, they're scared of it.
Scared of it?
Well, yeah. Well, motherfuckers talk shit.
But that's kind of unique, you know. You don't get many guys rapping about tossing salad and sucking dick and ass fucking and.
Well, yeah. I have commercial. I have commercial tracks, but they don't sign it. They're still scared of it. They're like, a dude talk shit, but in jail it's all right. In jail, niggas can fuck niggas.
Yeah.
But then when you get out of jail, back with the baby's mama.
Turncoat.
So they won't sign it. You know how many gay rappers there are? Come on.
You and Gangsta Fag. I think there's two of you.
No, there's a bunch of them.
You know Gangsta Fag?
Yeah, I'm a Gangsta Fag, huh?
Yeah, you know him?
Oh, Gangsta Fag?
Gangsta Fag?
Oh,
you ever heard his shit?
Joe Rogan turned us on to Gangsta Fag.
Gangsta Fag is hardcore.
Yeah, you got competition, yo.
Oh, really?
And this guy's West Coast. We got a West Coast, East Coast.
You know what? Wow. Get him in here. We'll battle. Fuck Gangsta Fag.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's it.
That's good.
Two gay rappers battling. Jesus.
Wow.
I smell pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Damn. I hear he's on his way to the studios here right now to kick you when you leave.
What the fuck out of here?
Gonna kick you in the ass.
What? He's gonna bitch slap you as soon as you leave the studio today.
Oh! Is he black?
I don't.
It sounds it.
He sounds. He sounds like he's living.
But who knows now?
The thug life.
You know? Fuck them West Coast niggas. You crazy? It's the East Coast thing, son.
You want to hear a little of him?
Yeah, go ahead, play.
You should pop a little of him on.
This is Gangsta Fag. I don't know what song. He wants it.
West Coast.
I don't even like the D.I.
No.
Well, it has that West Coast sound, though.
Yeah.
See, I was getting high with my boys one day. Just kicking back in the night of that late. When this dude drove by and this really funky bass, I could tell right away.
Whack.
God, I think we're starting a rap war here.
Wow.
Yeah.
A gay rap war.
Call the New York Post.
It's the gay version of 50 in the game.
Yeah. There you go.
Yo, get Gangsta Fag, and then we'll battle.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
All right, we don't even know where Gangsta Fag is.
Probably sucking a dick right now, according to his lyrics. The guy's always looking for dick.
Somewhere on Sunset looking for dick, so...
Oh, man.
All right. Yeah, that shit's whack, though?
Whack.
Yeah?
You didn't even get to the hook where he, picks up this straight guy, and then, he bangs him when the wife's away, and then he wipes his dick on the kid's toy.
On the kid's toy. He picks up some guy who's straight, but he wants to have, gay sex and stuff. So he takes him back to the house, and he's fucking him in the ass, and then he pulls out and comes all over the sheets, and then wipes his dick on his kid's toy. Pretty sick.
Whacked ass.
Yeah. I think he's trying to go over the top a little bit.
Get the fuck out of here. Bring him over here. That nigga's whack.
Bring him on.
It's the East Coast thing. Sorry, bro. LA ain't got shit on New York rappers. Sorry. Dr. Dre got fat beats and that's it.
Yeah.
On that sense, but it's the East Coast thing, bro.
Yeah?
We created it. We started rap.
Really?
Yeah,
well,
Sugar Hill Gang.
What am I? Sugar Hill Gang.
Goes back to the Sugar Hill, right? Or are we talking Curtis?
Yeah.
Curtis Blow?
Yeah, Curtis, Sugar. Back then, famous for all of them.
Is it true you wanted to be called Curtis Blow Me?
Curtis Blow's the best.
All right. Well, that's some rap war we got going here now, Opie.
We're going to have to bring Curtis the gay black rapper back into the studio.
Yeah, you got to bring him back.
We have just begun. You want to?
No, we ran out of time.
Yeah, we did run out of time, unfortunately.
I want to hear your backstory. You know what? But I mean background, not
Frosty the Blowman.
What goes on? What's with the? I like the voice. That's pretty cool. That's unique. You know?
See that?
Not many people,
aside from see that?
You and Harvey Fierstein, pretty much have that voice. Pretty much it. But he doesn't rap.
Nah.
But he is gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big old queen.
He is a faggot.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a faggot.
Yeah.
Anthony, hold on to your hats. Tomorrow on the program, Ben Bailey.
Yeah?
Wow. We got to promote this, huh? Ben Bailey. Jesus. Someone in Arkansas is going, who?
Who? Someone in Arkansas. Someone in this studio is going, who? That's me.
Ben Bailey, who's actually very, very funny, New York comic, and a friend of Norton's in the gang, and Lizzie Grubman.
Lizzie Grubman?
Will be
Your
calling
pal?
the program, yes.
Your buddy?
Met her once at a little shindig.
She's fucking ugly.
Yeah.
She's fucking... I mean, come on, that's a beast. Like...
Hey, even straight guys think she's ugly.
Wow, yeah.
You know, that's... You're not breaking any new ground there, Copernicus.
She's fucking... Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you, Kurt.
Sorry.
Sorry for what?
What?
You did good.
No, I mean, but,
I like your beats. Those are pretty good. Good stuff. The lyrics a little,
a little crazy.
I wouldn't be blasting it out my truck when I'm driving around,
Nah.
People would be looking and going, ooh, what's going on in there?
I played in Harlem, though.
Yeah?
I live in Harlem. So I played in Harlem.
Yeah?
150th way up all little brothers.
They probably dig it up there, right?
Come on, yeah, they all get down.
Yeah.
But they're not gay.
On the down low?
Yeah, but
down low guys over
they're
there?
not gay.
What's with that whole down low thing?
Eh.
You think that's really going on?
Yeah.
A lot of the brothers, they're gay. They live a straight life, the chicks and everything, fathering kids and everything. But then on the DL, they're having sex with other guys.
Right.
And that's going on?
And then most of them want to get fucked. The whole
Really?
thing is that they mess with a guy, but then they want to get fucked.
They want to be on the bottom.
Yeah, you're the bitch.
Wow. That's something. Who saw that coming?
Well.
All right, Anthony, I want to thank Scott Farrell for sitting in.
Scott Farrell.
Sitting in on the program today. No, thanks, Curtis.
Yep.
We'll have you on again. Curtis the Gay Black rapper. And, of course, Steven Piercy. Who knew, man? We'd hit it off. You got to come back.
That's great. I appreciate it very much.
He apprecites our sense of humor. He was he was laughing harder than anyone during the Tawny Peaks thing. So.
This is good. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, but pleasure, man.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Yeah, the satellite radio, that's where it's at. You get to do whatever you want.
Well, you can
don't
be
have to worry
more.
about censorship.
You can be honest,
censorship.
I mean, honesty is the best policy, in reality.
You don't have to sit there and have the FCC...
Or pretend you're something you're not. And
yeah.
Oh, Norton wanted to hear the Ozzy story. We got a minute.
Oh, Oz, yeah.
Norton's in his car
one
going
of
to
the stories. Ozzy, we called him Uncle Oz. We picked up the Ratt tour there, with Ozzy in 1984, I believe, after Squire did Europe, Canada, and America. And this one time in Los Angeles, about 4 in the morning, I believe me and the old drummer kind of walked Ozzy to his room at about 4, all jacked up, whatever, up on there, and he saw these shoes nice and pretty sitting in the hall to get shined in the morning.
Was it a good tour with Ozzy?
Oh, it was brilliant.
Yeah.
But back then, I mean, the poor guy was getting death threats left and right, bomb threats. People just, it was when Ozzy's the devil, right? Everybody's pretty ignorant back then too. So, so anyway, he sees these nice shoes and
hold on one second. I got to ask you.
Yeah.
Was he touring with his family at that point?
Yes, he was still with the
Really?
Kids. Yeah, Jakey Lee, our buddy. Jakey Lee used to be in Mickey Ratt, his guitar player. So it was brilliant. We had not other than our friend there, my old guitar player, but we were touring with Oz. Sharon and the whole thing, Entourage.
It must have been a nice hotel if.
Well, it's great, of course, and we're
what was that place? Because it was on.
It's in Los Angeles. It's on Sunset. It's the.
So the shoes are sitting.
So these nice, pretty.